I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, a dack, dack, a ack.
Enter, brother.
That's right. Come on in. Oh, my goodness gracious. You know what? I was going to go to the soup kitchen and feed the homeless tonight, and I said I need to be in here for this radio show. So with that password, you now have full access to the very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3, not 4.
Thank you, LeBron.
Not 5.
No matter
not 6.
how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83, and now live on YouTube.
That's right. YouTubians.
That's right. Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the odd couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington, on a Magic City Monday. And you'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Ben Maller.
At least when people are still awake. Sorry about that.
That's the only
Ben.
time it matters. You can't count when you're sleeping.
Nah,
you're snoring.
we can't do that. All right. Write it down. Commit it to memory. 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen who can't figure out the numbers and letters and all that stuff, 877-996-6369. And if you hear feedback on the line, you know what? It's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
Turn it down.
That's right. And if you call in here and have a problem with what me or Kelvin says to you, tough because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. Do you have a problem? Turn off your station.
That's right. With that said, always remember...
The Odd Couple was filmed in front of a live audience.
Sweetie, beatie, yeah.
All right, let's go. Big show. And let me welcome in my co-host, Kelvin Washington.
No, man, I knew, listen, it gets cold in the studio. You
always have
the studio.
You have the nerve
What are you
to
talking
wear that.
about? The World Series champ.
What a
This is a coincidence. I went in my closet, like, man, Rob always has a studio cold. He's always complaining about how cold it is, and I was like, let me just grab one.
Rob
Not
G,
this
could you
limited
imagine
edition.
me coming in here with a Yankee
You just
thing
have Yankee
on,
underwear on. That's all.
Or,
That's all you do.
Or Mets
Yankee
pullover.
tank tops. You know what? No, I'm saying. I'm trying to talk to you, Rob. What?
And don't be turning around.
What?
Look at
Talk
you.
to me.
You are so.
I missed you.
What a homer.
I missed you.
Did you see what Solomon put on your Instagram?
I did.
Did you see what Solomon?
Shout out to Solomon. I'll smack
Williams.
you, Solomon. Don't put that on my page again.
Our guy Solomon
He put
in Detroit.
he put out there a little thing like a tribute, whatever, Dodgers, what a season, but and he put cringe. I told him, I said, look, man. He said, I thought you were blue collar. I said, I'm white collar, blue collar, pick a collar.
Yeah,
you know?
okay,
But
whatever.
I wanted Tigers. They ain't want to do it. But before we begin,
All right.
hold on.
I got stuff.
I
Go ahead.
brought in treats because I knew you were going to be salty today. So I said, dang it.
Salty Planters is on line one.
I said, dang it, I want my man Rob to be sweet. Can you be sweet? So remember we talked about Portos?
Yes.
I got you some. Look at you. Look at you
Oh,
drooling.
those chocolate chip cookies?
Look at yeah. Look at you. Look at you. Come around. Say Ohtani is the greatest of all time. Say the Dodgers are the greatest of all time. Come on, Rob.
I ain't that hungry.
Come on, Rob. No, what's up?
I ain't saying all that.
Everybody, we got World Series back-to-back cookies. Go ahead and eat that World Series back-to-back cookie.
What am I? I'm a trained seal now? You want me to flip?
Look at you. Go ahead, flip. Come around. You know, and then I said, you know.
What else is in that box over there?
Mind your business. And then if you want, everybody knows Porto is known for the cheese rolls. I got a few cheese rolls. You know?
Wow.
These are, let me show the camera. Put the camera on me. Little cheese rolls from Portos.
And what are those cupcakes too? What's that?
Then it's just a bunch of other stuff. I had to get my girls at home some cookies. So that's for them.
very nice.
And
What'd you spend, $1,000?
That's the thing about Portos. All of this was like, they got a lot of savory stuff, so they're known for their potato balls. So I got a couple of their chicken croquette balls. You can see a little round, got a couple potato balls, more cookies for them.
So you got a lot of stuff.
Couple chicken empanadas for them. Yeah.
Thank you
very much. But the point is, man, I didn't want you to be all salty and everything. Just, listen, man, we enjoyed a great World Series. Wasn't it sweet? So I just wanted to get your sweet tooth.
Okay, can we do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. First of all, I want to say that the Blue Jays losing the World Series.
Why you ain't welcome in the crew?
Well,
see, come on.
Okay, you already know. Let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew.
Pump your brakes.
Okay,
what your man tell you? Relax.
I'm mad at Rob G anyway, because you saw what he tweeted out there. Elijah, how are HRU? How are you? Did you see that? And then gonna put out there. I'm like, what, Rob G? You supposed to be my man. He works with me on the MLB podcast, Inside the Parker.
Shoot.
We've been like this for like 10 years now. And the first sign of me like missing something, the first sign he's ready to pounce on me.
And Rob G, 10 years, first time, by the way. First time. Let's pump your brakes again. First time. I've been here for over a year now.
Yeah, okay.
We've had some times.
First time, Rob G. All right, Rob G is our producer.
Don't say it with yeah in your tone.
Martin Weiss is at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the show.
Well, Jimi Hendrix. That's
Elijah, of course, is our social media guru.
Who?
And on the ones and twos.
Mary, why you bugging?
All right, the Blue Jays just finished the biggest choke job in the history of Major League Baseball. And normally I would sing my Old Canada. I was all prepared for them to win or whatever. So I do have a new song that I'm going to debut right now.
Oh, but let me hear this. What Vladdy about to hear? I thought I'm at the Jeezy concert again. He had the orchestra going.
Wait a minute.
Okay. Oh, boy.
Wait a minute. We got to start this. Where's mine? Let's go with mine. Because you started it, I wasn't ready.
You wasn't ready?
You got mine?
That's what you get right now.
Here we go.
This is about as bad as the Blue Jays playing.
No, Canada, your home and native land. True patriot choke job all over the Major League Baseball land. With glowing hearts, we see the rise of the Dodgers championship flag. From far and wide, no Canada, you let down the entire country. God keep our baseball glorious and free. No Canada, you choked it down royally. No, Canada, you made me throw up in my mouth with maple syrup on Saturday night.
This is what I do with. First of all,
no Canada.
First of all, you ain't got a bottle of maple syrup to save your life. Let's start there. Are you done with your calling this a choke job?
It was a choke job. All right, let's just we'll talk about it. I'm saying it was the greatest choke in the history of the World Series. When you give up a home run to a ninth place hitter who's had one hit in the previous month, you pitch from behind. You throw the ball over the plate, right? And he hits it out to tie the game with Ohtani on deck. Like, you could not ask for a more nightmarish ending to not winning a World Series when you have to get him out, you attack him, you throw fastballs, they throw like a slider or whatever, and you lose on that pitch. You don't lose on your second-best pitch. And then the Blue Jays, we were here. We talked 7th, 8th. They had runners on second with nobody out, couldn't bring them in, and finally, in the 9th inning, a man on third with one out, couldn't bring them in, and then they end the game on a double play to lose the world. I mean, they left 66 men on base in Game 7. They left 14 on base, 8 in scoring position. It was a choke job.
No, it wasn't. Stop it. You don't even believe it. You didn't even say it with conviction. That wasn't even Rob Parker. Who was that? That wasn't Rob Parker. You don't believe that. Let me tell you so many ways this wasn't a choke job. Number one, in fact, the Dodgers had to go out there, scrap, and win every single one of the games they won, including the 2 games they won in Game 3, which was a 2-gamer, doubleheader. They had to go out there and make the plays. Freddie Freeman had to hit a clutch home run and win that. Somebody had to do it. The Blue Jays had several opportunities to do it. Other Dodger players had opportunities to do it too. You had Freddie Freeman do it. Then, you know who I want to give some credit to? Give me your cookie back. I'm giving it to Dave Roberts because Dave Roberts has been maligned, much maligned, has taken so much criticism, and every single thing he did the last couple games worked. We set up here on that Friday. They moved Mookie down. Who gets a couple of RBIs? Mookie. You start talking about moving Andy Paez. We talked about it again on Friday. He's been struggling. What are you going to do? You move him out. Miggy comes in. He hits the home run. Andy Paez comes back in the game defensively, makes one of the greatest clutch catches you've ever seen.
What was so great about it?
Because if
he didn't leave his feet or dive for the ball. All he did was outstretch the other guy.
All he did was collide in front of his players under the pressure moment.
On, man.
He hadn't been playing.
He was above
he could have been
the guy.
out of it.
Did they crash into each other?
Because the other dude ducked. He like, oh, shoot. And he ducked.
It was because of the situation it was. It wasn't the catch. He didn't jump over the fence.
Right,
catch
exactly.
The ball.
A pressurized game. If you drop that, it's a wrap. Game's over.
He's a major league outfield.
Miggy Rojas hits the home run. Then he makes the play to get out Will Smith, who, by the way, is quietly, just people forgetting about him. He has his foot on base, gets him out. Then he hits the game-winning home run that nobody even talked about because of Rojas' game-tying one.
Well, because nobody could believe that you could allow a ninth-place hitter with one out in the ninth when you're 2 outs from winning the World Series for a guy who had 1 hit in the previous month. You could get a hit. You can't give up a home run in that spot.
But why is that? Why is that on the pitching, not on Rojas for making a great play?
No,
and that's what the Dodgers did the whole entire season.
Here's the problem. The last 2 games in Toronto both ended on double plays where a ball goes to left field and the guy on second base runs off the base and gets doubled up on a ball that wasn't going to drop.
And
that was a mistake.
I'm glad you brought that up. You know what happens?
That was a mistake.
You know what happens when teams play the Chiefs in the postseason, when they played the Patriots, when they played the Warriors. When you play champions, they seem, when you played the Spurs all those years, they seem to find a way to panic, to not be themselves, to freak out, to lose sight of what they're doing.
Look at
happens
the
all the time.
What did the Dodgers bat in this World Series?
206, I believe it was. 203.
Okay? Left 55 guys on base. Even Shohei, as much as people wanted to crown him, what did he do? He gave up 7 earned runs in his 2 starts in the World Series, 7 earned runs in 12 innings. Not stellar, 4.43 ERA, which isn't great. I'm just saying, none of your guys, Mookie had 3 hits in the World Series.
And what do I keep telling you?
With Freddie, had 1 home run. All I'm saying to you is it was lucky. There
was nothing lucky about that.
That parade
today. You can't be the lucky team who dominates.
Yes, you can.
You can't be the lucky team that sweeps the best team in baseball, the Milwaukee Brewers, who beats the Phillies. The Phillies were the odds on to win the World Series when we came into this thing.
That has nothing to do with anything.
And you beat them. You sweep the Milwaukee Brewers, the best team in baseball. And then you go up against a great team in the Blue Jays, and it takes you to an amazing great 7. And why can't it just be that it was a great World Series, period? Why has it got to be that they choked it away?
All I'm going to say to you is today's parade should have been at the North Pole because that was a Christmas gift from the Blue Jays.
Man, they went out there and stole that thing time and time again.
Gift wrap.
The Blue Jays could have won Game 3,
a gift wrap.
The longest game ever. Did they? No.
No,
Blue
they
games
choked.
go up and they win a couple. The Dodgers
weren't
go into
gonna
their
win-
house
they weren't gonna win
and
3
win
games.
2 in their house. 2, and they take it. And Dave Roberts made the right move after the right. Will Klein, you ain't seen before. You might not ever see Will Klein again. Will Klein came in and gave you 4 innings, 72 pitches, and the most he had ever done was 36, but Dave Roberts stuck with him. Dave Roberts bringing Kershaw in for the 1 out. Everything he did, and you got to give him credit because everybody's been critical
How did
of it at
everything
times.
he did? He let Ohtani start. It was 3-0. If they lose that game, that was the right guy. That was the right move.
You go down with your guy.
No, but
Ohtani had earned that. You go down with him.
He had just pitched. It was 3 days rest.
And you
might have been
saw
better
what
off
Yamamoto
starting.
did in 3 days rest. Yamamoto was, my gosh, he ready to pitch on them right now. Give some credit where it's due, Rob.
877-99 on Fox. I'm not an American Express
Be
card.
American, be Visa.
I'm not
Be
giving any
MasterCard.
credit. I'm not doing it, Charlie Hayes.
Give some credit out
No
here in these
credit.
streets. You ain't getting a cookie. Give me it back.
No, it's too late. All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Turn around. I don't want to see that patch on
What are you talking about?
YouTube.
Just YouTube? Come on, YouTube. I'm just saying. What is I can't even. What
Did
are
the
those?
Dodgers win the World Series or
That's
did the
crazy.
Blue Jays choke it away? We want to hear from you, 877-99 on Fox. We'll get as many people in as possible. Get in now. We'll continue this conversation next. It is a Magic City Monday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Oh, no.
Unless you think Rob is right and that the Dodgers didn't win, like we're not the world's greatest team in the whole league. What are we talking about Toronto for?
The GM, fine. Chris Greer had a good run, a 10-year, 10
He
seasons
was
with
there
him.
for what? Since
Had been
2016. And Stephen
been with
Ross
the team
had
for
been
20 years.
Yeah, had been very loyal to the guy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You had a good run, and we know all good things must come to an end. Specifically, I'm going to wave that to the side, and I'm going to say Mike McDaniels. And I talked about this at the beginning of the season with you. It's just time for him to go. And it's not as if he's, he reminds me of a Josh McDaniels. Maybe he'll get another head coaching job, but maybe ultimately as well, he's just made to be a really good offensive coordinator somewhere, and that's just where he's great, and that's where he thrives. Couple of reasons why I say this, Rob. Not every season is going to be great. We know that. That's just football. That's just any sport. But a few things cannot be happening to me if I'm a general manager or an owner of a team, in this case, watching my team. You can't be an offensive guru, and our offense is terrible. That's number one. You can't be this young offensive brilliant mind and our offense stinks. That can't happen because at least that could be your saving grace. Because you also can't lose the locker room. And the locker room has been bad, toxic, all the reports coming out. We're hearing this, we're hearing that. Guys don't like it. Guys aren't showing up to meetings. Guys are just leaving meetings. Star players are doing this as well, not like some randos. The big-time names are leaving. This is why they shipped Jalen Ramsey out of there. And then you're beefing with the quarterback who I've given the whole entire Brinks truck to, so I can't just get rid of him because he's been poo-poo as well. I wish I could, but it'll be too difficult right now. I'd have to figure out a way. So you and the quarterback are beefing. Y'all feuding. The locker room's great. And what's happening on the field is bad as well. So at what point, Rob, do I have something to hang my hat on with you? We're not scoring. We look awful on the field. You and the quarterback don't get along. The locker room's broken. Where do I and you haven't been successful winning. They haven't won games. They're 2-7, 2 and whatever right now, 2-5, and they're 0-2 in the postseason under him. So
yeah, but they have made the postseason. You're acting like they haven't even made. They made the postseason.
Well,
twice.
let me tell you something about that.
I'm just saying that.
This team hadn't won a postseason game since 26 years, the longest drought in the NFL, and they only been to the postseason 4 times in 23 years. Even the Lions can laugh at that.
Blame Don Shula, the late great. I'm sorry.
Dang it, Don Shula rolling around his grave with you right now. So while I'm saying I believe he'll get a second chance somewhere at some point. He's only 42 years old. But right now, it's just time to move on. It's time to blow the whole thing up and find out what your next thing is, because it looks awful. Tua's regressed. The offense regressed. That's where they're supposed to hang their hat, and that's not the case. Nobody believes in him. The locker room's broken. Your leaders are leaving the team. Your leaders are broke. Tyreek Hill is a terrible situation. Ramsey, now Tua. I think it's just he may last a year. He won't make next year. I don't see that happening.
I don't have a problem with the idea of keeping the coach till the end of the year. And I'm going to say this. I agree it's time to make a move, but there's so much that goes into it with coaching. And here's the other scary part, and I do get it. Sometimes when you put an interim in, players, right, you win a couple of meaningless games, the season's over, players. We saw this in where? We saw this in Oakland, didn't we? I mean, in Las Vegas. The players rallied around Antonio Pierce. We want Antonio Pierce to be the guy. And what happened? Ownership, they cave in because they brought in an interim, right? They won a few games. They related to him. And did that work out with Antonio Pierce? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
whereas I would rather let him finish out the string. We don't have to go change and hire all new coaches or do all this kind of crazy enough and change everything. And then we'll do a real search, go find us a coach and whatever. The GM part, I understand why they want to part ways now. There's work to be done. We need guys to get ready to pick players for next year and the draft and all that. And that's why I understand let's get him out of here. We don't want him picking any more players for us. We don't like the roster that we have. So we want to start on that, because before the next season comes around, the draft will be here faster. Do you know what I mean?
I do, but the only thing I'll throw that makes it strange, Rob, is that they got 4 days till the trade deadline. So they could have waited 5-6 days.
No, they don't want him. They don't want him to have anything to do with personnel, and that's why. I'm just saying.
Wake up, it's 2 pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready? Yes. I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports.
Be sure to check out the brand new YouTube. Oh, okay, Mary. Okay, Mary Mac. Elijah, put the camera on Mary. Put the camera on Mary.
Don't do that, because Mary won't be working here.
Yeah. Check out the YouTube. We're on it right now. YouTube, all you got to do is search The Odd Couple FSR. You can find us there. Thumbs up, like it, comment, Subscribe, stay with us, all that good stuff, man. We appreciate it. We'll read a few of the comments throughout the show. A little LA version of Magic City Monday. That's what it sounds like to me, Mary, man. I don't know why you would do that on the back-to-back World
Rob
Series.
G, there are no
day.
comments, right? Nothing we can talk about.
Nothing we can talk about. 877-99 on Fox. Coming up, by the way, we got Jerry Hairston Jr.
What?
Yeah, it's just about to be a beatdown for you this hour. Just deal with it. World Series champ, SportsNet LA analyst who was at the
Rob
parade.
G, that's another strike.
The parade today. He'll have a little bit of that action there. Player of the day, Shekel City on the way as well. All right, we got calls. Rob, of course, thinks that the Blue Jays choked it away, as if the Dodgers didn't make winning plays, as if it couldn't just been a great
can we
series.
Get to the calls?
Let's get to the calls.
All right.
877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
Is that Tree?
Tree, man.
Tree in Chicago. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Tree?
Oh, man, my favorite guys.
How you?
What up, Tree?
Man, good. I know y'all my guys. Uncle Rob, I got to get you, man. I got to get you. Saturday night, I was thinking about you, man. So that's why I got to tell you, Uncle Rob. You know, after the third inning for game 6 and 7, no more runs, huge force out at home, no errors. The defense was insane. Man, on third and first, it didn't matter. And never forget, when Aurora was ready to crown your Savage as like a rookie legend, they got their lick back on them.
They did get that last lick.
Yeah, but that ain't the reason. Back, right? The whole story is, when you look back on this World Series, is that they couldn't – the Blue Jays stranded too many – we're not talking about getting a guy on first base. You're talking about a guy on second with nobody out. You could go look it up. The percentages of that run scoring was way below just the normal, not extraordinary, nothing like that. Thanks for the call. We appreciate
you.
877-99 on Fox.
Story for me was just
John
clutch
moments.
Oxnard.
I'm sorry, Oxnard, California.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. What's up, buddy?
Good. Hey, Rob, you need to listen to Calvin once in a while.
Tell him. Talk to him.
Stop hating. It's not a choke job, okay?
What?
Three World Series in, 5 years?
That is nothing.
That's a lot of choking, man. That's a lot of choking.
Stop.
You need to just stop, man. Stop and just give a little credit where it's due, man.
Yeah, you know
love
what?
You guys.
Love you too, John.
Thanks for the call.
John, basically what he was saying was,
I hate you. I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hate your guts. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you.
Hey, come on, Rob. Celebrate.
Sean in Sacramento.
Oh, man. Hey.
Fox Sports Radio.
Yo, my uncle from another mother, cousin Kelly, my brother's behind the board. What up, Mary? Don't be breaking nothing back there, girl. Rob, man, I thought I was going to be calling in today singing Old Canada with you.
Oh, yeah,
but
Sean.
just like your ED commercials I just heard during the break, you're coming up limp with this take, Unc. My man said they were DEAD dead with 2 games left, with Yoshi on the mound, with the living legend, the unicorn, coming up after that. And you could criticize them for stranding players. You could criticize the bad
part
average.
of the game.
But at the end of the day, with the superstars bats staying silent, Dave Roberts put all the right strings to Kelvin's credit.
That's not why they won. They won
over
the reason
again.
that they won is because the Blue Jays failed in the spots that they were supposed to.
No.
Not get 1 million hits. They needed 1 hit, and all of your Dave,
Kelvin said it at the beginning of the series. It's going to be the timely hits.
That's what I said.
It's going to be batters 6 through 9.
You're right. No. Timely hits means the Blue Jays needed 1 timely hit.
It's,
they have runners
it's another
on second.
team, Rob. It's 50% of them.
No.
50% is the Blue Jays.
That's
Other 50
a choke
is,
job.
Like the Blue Jays wasn't playing the Blue Jays. You know that, right?
They allowed
Miggy Rojas. Say it with me. Rojas.
No hit Rojas get a hit.
And
home run.
Who said I got
no Haas.
Put Miggy in the game.
No Haas.
Dave Roberts said put Miggy in the game.
It was so bad. Here I am. I was ready for baby oil and cigarettes after the game, and instead I had maple syrup and cigarettes. That's how bad it was.
You did? No, you might have needed an edible. Put you down. Because the way our phones are blowing up, Rob G, leave us alone. I'm in Vegas trying to enjoy myself. You had our phones going crazy. They almost kicked me out the concert. Sir, we said no phones.
No phones.
All right, we got more on the other side with Jerry Hairston Jr. Appreciate your call. It's going to be one of those days. You already know it. Right now, we got Martin Weiss. So nice, I had to say it twice. Martin Weiss going to get you updated.
We had the Dodger Parade today downtown Los Angeles. Some just news and notes from that. Yoshinobu Yamamoto becoming the first pitcher since Randy Johnson in 2001 to win 3 games in the same World Series. And to Rob's point of the Blue Jays choking, they scored the most runs in a single postseason of any team in history, but Game 6, 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Game 7, 3 for 17 with runners in scoring position. That's tough. But you know what? To the point of who made the right call, weakness all season was the Dodgers bullpen. Well, out of the Dodgers bullpen in Game 7, he said, I'll just play all my starters.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yep.
There's my best Steve DeSager impersonation. Not the today's news.
I can't tell the difference. I don't even know who you are right now. Is that Steve?
Kyler Murray inactive today.
Are you kidding? I'm surprised. I figured you had to come in because Steve DeSager probably hit his head on the ceiling when Rojas hit that home run.
Is he at the? Is Steve at the parade? Was he at the parade?
Yeah, that's why he couldn't come in.
That's why he couldn't come in. Yeah, I'm feeling a little Scott. I don't feel good today. Just go to the parade, Steve. It's okay.
Jacoby Brissett's getting the start today for the Arizona Cardinals. That was announced earlier this week. The news tonight, Kyler Murray was previously listed as questionable. There was purportedly a plan that he could see action, some kind of package or plan. Well, that's not going to happen. He was inactive. That came down about half an hour ago. He's the most notable inactive in Monday Night Football as we're getting about half an hour away from kickoff. Jalen Phillips is going from the Dolphins to the Eagles. The linebacker is going in exchange for a 2026 third-round draft pick. Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels dislocated his left elbow Monday night. He's going to be out indefinitely. Marshawn Lattimore tore his ACL for the Commanders as well in that loss to the Seahawks. Chargers left tackle Joe Alt, season-ending left ankle injury against the Titans. He's going to have to have surgery. Tucker Kraft, Packers tight end, tore his ACL this weekend. He out for the year. TJ Stroud, he got hit on that slide. He remains in concussion protocol. The quarterback says he's feeling better, though, according to his head coach, DeMeco Ryans. And Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski announced that offensive coordinator Tommy Rees will take over play-calling duties. So expect big changes in Cleveland.
Oh, yeah. Big changes in Cleveland. Well, what's new at this point? And we're going to talk about
one
that.
One change that ain't happening is the quarterback.
Yeah. We're going to talk about what you brought up earlier with Kyler Murray in a little bit. We'll get to that. Right now, of course, aches and pains can sneak in during the holiday hustle and bustle. Aleve can help you forget the pain. Make happy memories instead. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body pain relief so you can keep it moving. Use as directed. Joined now by our man, Jerry Hairston Jr., World Series champ, SportsNet LA analyst.
I remember when he won his in 2009 when the Yankees earned it. I remember that.
Oh, that's what it was, right? That's what it was. Jay Hair, my dog, you know what I've been dealing with up here. Hate right now. Talking about the Blue Jays choked. I said, no, the Dodgers won it. Jay Roberts made every move possible, right?
Jerry, they choked the Blue Jays. Come on, man. What was it, 3 for 17 with runners in scoring position?
Somebody had to pitch the ball to him?
Are you kidding?
Go ahead, Jay Hair.
Rob, you need to stop drinking the haterade. You know, me and you, Rob, we go way back.
Yes.
We are boys. But I'm going to be real with you, brother. You got to stop drinking the haterade concerning the Dodgers, especially with, like, the Dodgers spending money. It's like the Yankees didn't spend money in 2009.
I don't have a problem with the money, Jerry.
I'll give him credit for that.
I'm not, Jerry.
I'll give him credit. He's not big on that.
I'm not on that because we know the Yankees, the Mets spent the most money last year. They didn't even make the playoffs. The Yankees haven't won since 2009, right? Mm-hmm. It took the Dodgers 30 years to win a championship after 1988. So I get that. Money does not win you a championship. I'm with that.
You're exactly right. Hey, listen, I'm going to be real with you guys. Both teams struggled with runners in scoring position in Game 6 and 7. Both teams did. Great pitching on both sides. I don't know if it's choking. I just felt that both teams, and the Blue Jays had an elite offense, both teams had a hard time executing. Bases loaded. How many times we see it? Bases loaded, ground ball to the shortstop, ground ball to the second baseman, and they were unable to execute and get a run home. Fortunately, the Dodgers were able to find a way to win Game 7. So I'm going to give credit to the pitching staff, both sides. I'm not going to say both teams choked. I think both teams had elite pitching, especially the Dodgers, and the Dodgers were able to make that one play more than the Blue Jays, and that's why they are the World Series champs back-to-back.
The Blue Jays will never, and Jerry, I get it, the Dodgers, that's your team, and I get all that. But if you're on that Blue Jays team, there's no way you walk away from that where the Dodgers hit 203, where you outscored the Dodgers in that series, where you had inning after inning, Jerry, of a man on second and nobody out, and you couldn't bring in a run, that you can live with that. You can be beat. Okay, if Ohtani came up with 2 outs in the ninth and a home run to tie the game, you can live with that. Miguel Rojas had 1 hit in a month, and you pitch from behind with Ohtani on deck and don't even throw your best pitch, and you wind up giving up a game-tying home run. You can't live with that, Jerry. You can't.
Yeah. Well, the Blue Jays and their fans are going to have to live with that. And I'm going to tell you some numbers. Toronto, they hit 269 as a team to the Dodgers 203.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Jays, 34 runs scored to the Dodgers 26. Blue Jays, 75 hits to the Dodgers 53. So I understand, Rob, what your take is. Because they did out-hit and really kind of play the Dodgers most innings. And I'm going to go to the ERA. The Blue Jays team ERA, 3.21, Dodgers 3.95. But here's the thing. In every facet, yes, the Blue Jays did outperform the Dodgers, but here's the thing. Rob, you've talked about it all the time. The clutch gene is real. The clutch gene is real. Miguel Rojas had it. Freddie Freeman had it in Game 3. And obviously Will Smith had it with that go-ahead home run. And we got to give much love to Yamamoto. How about him?
Yeah.
Dominating as a starter and then closing out the World Series. So even though the Blue Jays, they can make a claim they outplay the Dodgers, but the Dodgers had that clutch gene. And, Rob, you know this. You know that you have to have that clutch gene in order to win. Dodgers found their way to win.
And I'll say this, too. And I know Yamamoto, MVP, and the 3 wins, and that's real hard to do, and closing it out in the Game 7. But I'll tell you, Will Smith, nobody got more clutch hits with runners in scoring position.
He's quietly.
Am I right, Jerry?
He quietly does that year in, year out.
He got in Game 6, he got the 2-out hit to get the first run in. Then Mookie wound up hitting, knocking in the other 2, but he got the first one. He hit a home run. He was on base, and he kept getting those big outs and starting stuff with 2 outs and nobody on. Will Smith had a tremendous World Series.
He did.
There's a reason why I call him America's catcher. I mean, seriously. He continues to get big hit after big hit. That go-ahead home run proven to be the difference in Game 7. And what about the job he did behind the plate?
Oh, yeah.
You talk about the Dodgers pitching staff. Guess who's calling the pitches? Will Smith. He's behind the plate. That's why he deserves all the credit, all the praise. Will Smith is an absolute difference maker, and he had an epic World Series.
All right,
hey, Jay Hare, real quick for me, because we just talked about a lot of that, and a lot of this, you know this, man, because I've spent some years with you on pre and post, and Dave Roberts gets a lot of flack over the years, but the last couple of postseasons, for the most part, he has pressed all the right buttons, pulled all the right levers. Tell me just where he is now, and maybe even where the organization feels he is as a manager.
He is a Hall of Fame manager, guaranteed. He's going into the Hall of Fame someday whenever he hangs it up. What he's done the last few postseasons, and, the Dodgers kind of get knocked a little bit for their analytics.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they use analytics. Analytics is information. But manager Dave Roberts, along with GM Brandon Gomes, along with President Andrew Friedman, they take that information but also understand what's going on in the field. They'll make certain changes during the postseason like they did. You know what? We're going to start Miguel Rojas. Well, guess what? Analytics says don't start Miguel Rojas. We're going to start him anyway because it's our gut. He starts Game 6, is a difference maker with his glove. And in Game 7, he's a difference maker with his glove and obviously with his bat. They are able to see the game, watch the game. They are students of the game and are able to make changes. And that's the beauty of this organization. They don't just hang on every analytic. They use information, but they also use what's going on in the field at the present time. And at the present time, they felt Miguel guy for the job, and he came up and proved them right in a big way.
Well, let me say this, Jerry, and I agree with that. Okay, he did. He came up. That's like a magical moment in your life that you can never live. A game-tying home run in the World Series. I mean, kids in every backyard, you dream of that, or you know what I mean, Jerry? Like, I get that. But I want to say to you, if he doesn't come through in all these moves and all this stuff you talk about, this would have been $1 billion flop had the Dodgers lost. And then the conversation would have been, why did Mookie only get 3 or 4 hits in the World Series? Why did Freddie Freeman not come through as he normally does? Like, there's a lot of stuff you could look at up and down that they were very close to this not happening. And a lot of fingers would have been pointed at a lot of people on why the Dodgers struggled so much.
But here's the deal, Rob. You know this of all people. If that word
if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
If Ray Allen doesn't hit that shot,
if
Kyrie Irving doesn't hit that shot, right? But the fact of the matter is, they did hit that shot. The fact of the matter is, Miguel Rojas did hit that home run, was clutch defensively, and the Dodgers did enough to win the World Series. So that's what separates champions. They find a way to win. If Michael Jordan misses that shot in Utah, Game 6, does he win a 6th ring? We don't know, but he did miss that shot. He did miss that shot. So that's the difference. Don't give me the if, Rob. Rob, me and you are boys, bro. You know better than that.
Yeah,
don't give me the if.
If was a fifth. It's like that Kanye saying. Kanye said, I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know. Jay Hare,
Jerry,
appreciate
thank
it.
You, man. Appreciate
Jerry,
you.
Keep me in your prayers, brother.
Love you guys. Love you guys.
Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you.
No doubt. Jay Hare, I'm sure he was out there enjoying a little bit the festivities. It was going down out there for sure at Dodger Stadium. All right, on the way, play of the day, Shekel City as well. And Martin brought up something that we got to talk about with these Cardinals and Kyler Murray. Could there be some scandals going on? We'll tell you next. Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Half of the NFL fans believe that the league's doing enough to keep guys from serious injuries. And then this is where it gets interesting, and it kind of leads us to the conversation. Most fans, 60%, they support expanding the season, playing more games, including some who say they're okay with that because the players make enough money. So if you move the salary up, basically what are you complaining about? The risk is worth the reward because you had a chance to make more money. And then 70%, they call them super fans, absolutely endorse more games. My thing about this, Rob, this is where sometimes to me, I know fans matter in all things, and you should absolutely listen to them at times, take into consideration. It should be weighted. But here's the thing. You and I have talked about this so many times. The players in the NFLPA specifically have to realize that if the NFL continues to get what they want, they won't stop, right? This went from 16 to 17 in 2021. And who's to say it goes to 18 in the next couple years? And then does it go to 23, 4, 5 years after that? And to me, I wonder at what point do you say, we're not saying it'll never change. We're not saying it will never increase. But do you ride this out a little bit? It just went to 17 in 2021. Do you give it a handful of years, 5, 10 years, see how it goes, see if there's new data around injuries, see if there's new information about guys and, and their health, and do you find new safety and equipment and technology? That will be my concern, Rob, is that, okay, if you expedite this to 18, you speed it up to 18, 20's in the back of your head. Well, might as well make it a cool 20, right? And we'll give them an extra buy or two. And to me, we already know from one end, that's what makes football great is the scarcity of it. It's only 17 games. And then also, again, we know the health dangers of it, and we've all become okay with that. We all understand that. But to me, you got to at least spread it out longer, more years to find out what you got, to see how it's working out, to see how guys are managing. You can't just be so much in a quick rush hurry to do this. Again, we just went to 17 4 years ago. So what's the rush? What's the speed to me? I don't understand why we were 16 for so long. I think like 30 years or so, give or take.
Well, it's pretty easy. I don't know what you don't understand.
I understand the money, but I'm saying
it's just money. They don't care about the players. They could care less. The pension plan they have for the players, the medical plan that they have after their careers are over. The NFL does not care about the players. And the union is so weak, it gets destroyed every collective bargaining session. It's embarrassing. I mean, the difference is, when fans don't know and don't understand it, is you take a local game, right, a local exhibition preseason game where you make no money on it, right? That's on local TV with your local announcers, right? They don't make any money on that. Take that game away and make it another game that they can sell to the national as
what you want, 3 Monday nights?
You know, like they don't care. Let's have a Monday night on ESPN, ABC, and we'll sell another one to some streaming thing. You know what I mean? Like they don't even care. That's why they don't care about dueling games. They don't care. Oh, why would you have 2 games on simultaneously? They don't, because I'm getting money from both. That's why. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about if we're eating into our own ratings. I don't care. They don't care about anything other than how can we make more money. Get on a plane, fly and play in Europe, go to some terrible field in Brazil, go to Mexico. We don't care. Who's going to give us the most money? That's it. Fans buy into it. That's seriously.
The collective bargain, I want to clarify something. It runs through 2031, so that will be when they were to change it, that's when it could happen if they were to do it then. So they got a handful of years before they can do that. But again, to me, we talked about it a gazillion times. If you're the NFLPA, you got to stand on business somewhere, because you talked about it. The health care, you get 5 years, and after that, you don't get anything.
But the health care, for people don't understand, seriously, Kelvin, is 5 years after you retire. So you know the average career is what? 3 years?
4 years.
Okay, so you get in the league and you play. I'm talking about the average career.
Yeah.
So you play your 23 years.
It's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a World Series back-to-back. I'm sorry, Magic City Monday. My bad.
What is this, a local station? What is this? You got a nerve to come in here with a Dodger
What are you
jersey
talking
on.
about?
Can you read the thing?
I'm trying to read it. You interrupted me. Man. Shout out to Jerry Hairston Jr. Joined us a moment ago. You can go check that out on the podcast. Rob G will get that up in just a little bit. And it's now time for your Tire Rack. Speaking of Rack City, Tire Rack Play of the Day.
Catch. Breaks. Caleb throws. Middle of the field. Loveland catch. Breaks away at the 30. Loveland 20. Loveland 10. Loveland end zone. Touchdown Bears. Colston Loveland on a throw by Caleb Williams on the blitz with 17 seconds to go.
Caleb
and
is
the Bears
so bad.
reclaim
He's
the lead. 47-42.
What are the Bears, 5-3? Yeah, he's terrible.
Dude, I turned away from that. I was in Vegas, so I could not turn away, but the game was on, kind of went away. I look back, how the heck are the Bengals in this? I was genuinely confused. No, I ain't saying nothing about Caleb. I'm just like, how the heck did they come back? And then that amazing play right there. That was, of course, Bears Radio. That's your Tire Rack Play of the Day. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive, ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. Now it's time for Shekel City. How'd you do?
All right, let's go real quick. Shekel City 0-3 on Friday. I did my regular 58 and 55. I had a good night on good weekend with Pigskin Pickoff, right, Rob G? What do you mean you don't know? You should be on that. No?
He said, I got till next Friday is what he said.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what I did, actually.
Right.
I don't think I did good. I
No,
think I
you
was like
didn't.
one and maybe 1 and 3. Might have went, and I think I got.
I don't know. All right, here we go.
I might have been
Tonight,
lucky by the spread. The spread might have saved me.
I got the Dallas Cowboys -3.5. Best bet. Cardinals. I don't know what they are. Just a mess.
Yeah, they are a mess. About to talk about them.
Backup quarterback in there, not The starting quarterback, I got the Milwaukee Bucks -6.5. They're in Indiana taking on the Pacers who can't win a game. And
looking good so far.
Also, I got the Timberwolves -8.5 against Brooklyn who can't win a game. I mean, Brooklyn. So, again, Timberwolves -8.5, the Bucks -6.5, and the Dallas Cowboys -3.5. And remember,
what?
I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on, and I lost $700 this past weekend because I bet on the
Blue Jays.
No, on the Pelicans to cover. I knew they weren't going to win the game, and they hadn't won a game yet.
Like, had they hit, you would have won $700?
$700.
Oh, man.
On $50 bet. That's what I'm looking to do.
Yeah.
That's
It's been a little bit trying to win
$50
something.
would have won $7.
But, I mean, you did pick the Pelicans, though. I mean,
I did. It was 13.5. I just figured they've been so bad that there's a chance.
Just
You know what I mean?
more.
You just
I
play
get
it.
you. Don't figure no more. It's the Pelicans. Don't do that no more.
I just should have done the other 3 or 4 teams I picked.
That's what happened with parlays.
That's it.
Them things are hard, man. That is the problem.
All right,
right
what
there.
you got here with Kyler Murray? What do you?
Well, Rob G, rumor mill with Kyler Murray. Martin was brought it up a little bit as well.
It's always a rumor mill.
Went from questionable.
It's not with reporting. Any reporting? Do we have any sound reporting, or is this just people talking?
It was.
It's speculation. It's
scuttlebutt. Of course.
But see, at least we acknowledge that. The problem is people just go around saying stuff is real.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
We at least acknowledge the little things, some rumors.
Yeah, there's
going
speculation
the
in and
streets is
around
talking.
Arizona, and even nationally with a couple of reporters.
Who? Give me names. Who said that this is
Rob,
happening?
if I had it in front of me, I could tell you. Okay. But the speculation.
I just want to keep our.
Okay. Go ahead, Rob. You can set it up.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you got it. Go ahead.
I don't know what I'm saying.
All right.
Then let the man set it
the
up.
speculation is that Kyler Murray, who's been injured now, was supposed to be a 1-week injury, has suddenly been out for multiple weeks. And Martin mentioned it in the update there that there was talk that he was questionable, that even though he's not starting tonight, that he could come in for a special package. We're like, well, if he's hurt, why would he have a special package? And the reason being is that the scuttlebutt around the team is that they are quietly benching Kyler Murray. That they don't want anyone to know they're benching him, because if they move off in this offseason, they want his trade value to be as high as possible.
Okay,
so
so
if they
Rob
say
G,
that he's hurt, that he can be recovered by the end of the season, and that'll be the end of the story.
Okay. So the other teams who might be interested, they haven't heard the scuttlebutt, or they don't know.
You took the words out of my
mean,
what I was telling Rob G. Ain't nobody. They either like Kyler Murray and that's the guy you want, or you don't want him.
It ain't no, oh, well, we're going to hide it that we benched him, and then somebody will be tricked into.
Oh, man, I bought a bag goods.
Oh, you benched him. He wasn't really hurt.
Man.
And we just signed him to this. We just took over all that money in contract.
I don't know
Rob
who the
G,
Cardinals are tricking
if
with
you're
that.
announcing this on a national radio show, I'm hoping that the GMs, when they do their due diligence and say,
they know
what happened, that they would know.
There's a Kevin O'Connell.
No.
There's a Sean McVay.
I'm
There's
just
somebody
saying.
who says, I can change him. And you want him or you don't.
Right.
You either like him or you don't.
This is not this. This is the same thing, almost equivalent to when a baseball team that's thinking they may trade a guy at the deadline. All of a sudden, that guy doesn't start that day.
No. That's not my point.
Okay.
The point is the act as if we know Kyler Murray. Either you like him or
either
you don't.
right.
It doesn't matter if he was a little hurt or not.
Exactly. That's my point. Not that
we've seen enough
of
tape
course,
with Kyler
we know
Murray.
that. And in a baseball game, they'll take somebody out because they don't
want
want
him
to get hurt before
That's
they
different.
make the trade. Okay. But that's not saying.
Well, the trade deadline is tomorrow, so maybe that is what they're doing.
Okay, but you said your point was that he was benched, and they're trying to see if they could get somebody else to take him because they're acting like he's hurt, and that's the reason he's not playing. There's a difference between those two.
He ain't gonna get hurt. Can't nobody catch a little toddler running around. You, Rob G, you trying to catch your toddler?
When I
She just
met him
started
at
walking.
the Super Bowl, I wanted to pick him up.
So Rob, when we last joined Rob Parker, he was saying the series was over. Is that what people are dragging him over?
More specifically, the Dodgers are cooked. The Dodgers would not be able to fight back. That this series is over. And we were all interested to see how he would react, if he would take back his words. But no, he still thinks that Toronto very much gave it away, that this was a fortunate thing for the Dodgers to have happened to them. And to that point, I'm going to disagree with Rob. With Rob, you never know kind of where the BS starts and where the seriousness begins. I have no idea what game he's playing here with Dodger fans or not, or if he's serious. But they were not cooked. They showed fight, and I'm proud of them.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I don't know where the BS starts, but the one thing that is consistent about Rob is I don't know anybody he actually gives credit for winning games. You know, he's called Tom Brady the luckiest of all time. He said Bill Belichick's a phony. So I don't know who was responsible, who actually gets credit for New England winning 6 Super Bowls. Similarly, the Dodgers, again, how many times do you have to win before you actually get credit? So I can't concern myself with Rob in the way that Dodger fans do. But I think that people who give him attention, you're just doing him a favor because that's clearly the logic behind it, and it works.
That guy, that Caleb Joseph, who's the former Major League catcher and TSN analyst, who's just been getting killed by Dodger fans, and Kike Hernandez elevated his take this weekend, so it got everyone more pissed off. I will agree with this guy. He was the one who basically said that the Dodgers were not the better team in this series. I would say if you go numbers next to numbers, the Blue Jays were the better team in this series. The Dodgers just made one more play than they did at the end, right?
Wait, yeah. Can Caleb and Rob kind of be right in that? Like, I felt that the Dodgers sort of picked the Blue Jays' pockets. Like, the Blue Jays had their chance, and the Dodgers were just right there to sort of.
I agree with that.
Just steal it away.
I would agree, but also, like, if you remember, like, who touched home plate but was like a fraction of a second late?
Heiner Falefa.
Yeah, I mean, why didn't he run through home plate?
There was that. They asked him that, and also like his leadoff off the third base was not as big of a leadoff as, and he said
their base running cost him the end of Game 6. And a win in Game 7.
Right. Yeah.
And is that a case of like been there? Dodgers have been there, done that. Blue Jays are kind of
maybe
the green ones coming in. They're maybe the nerves taking over.
Again, I don't know. I mean, again, it's a very logical statement, but that does take away from the idea that they were the better team. The better team does make those plays.
About a minute away from kickoff of Monday Night Football. It was reported earlier in the week that Cardinals quarterback Jacoby Brissett would get the start tonight. Kyler Murray was listed as questionable earlier today. He was a late scratch. He's inactive. There had been reports saying that he previously would have packages in tonight's game. Commanders linebacker Frankie Louvu has been suspended without pay for one game for hip drop tackles. The Ravens have traded for Titans edge rusher Jermont Jones for a 5th-round pick that could become a 4th-rounder. The Eagles acquired Dolphins linebacker linebacker Jalen Phillips in exchange for a 2026 third-round draft pick. Quarterback Jayden Daniels suffered a dislocated left elbow and Commanders lost Sunday to the Seahawks. Marshawn Lattimore also tore his ACL last night. He's also out for the season. Chargers left tackle Joe Alt suffered a season-ending ankle injury, and Tucker Kraft tore his ACL. He's out for the year, too. I'm Martin Weiss.
Number 2 on a Magic City Monday, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, and aches and pains can sneak in during the holiday hustle and bustle. That's right. We're already into November. Aleve can help you forget those pains and make happy memories instead. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body pain relief so that you keep moving. Use as directed. Don't forget, coming up, TJ Houshmandzadeh coming up, the former Pro Bowl wide receiver and co-host of Up On Game. That is coming up in about 28 minutes from now. Also, I do want to say for 40 years, TireRack.com has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Thank you for that. Appreciate you. We were, besides from the obvious in the World Series, obviously sucking up all the oxygen in the sports world, there still was some football. And the game we all kind of discussed, you had the Bills, Chiefs being one of them. Another one that we kind of kept an eye on was the Colts at Pittsburgh, which was the Colts coming in at the time 7-1. Obviously, a lot of people high on them, and then the Pittsburgh Steelers coming in.
Yeah, you are. Don't you have the quarterback as an MVP?
He was MVP candidate. No. Patrick Mahomes is going to probably win.
Is he still? He's MVP after this week, too?
Yeah, he still got what, 8 weeks or something like that?
No, I'm talking about after this
They
week.
ain't going to give it to Jonathan Taylor, so it got to be a quarterback. But going into this game, we had a couple of guests on throughout last week, and I was wondering, what would this be? This is a great game for both teams to kind of put their mark on where they are through the halfway part of the season and what the teams really are heading towards the second half. And I went into it, the Colts looked awful. They looked horrible. Daniel Jones, we talked about, ended up having 342 yards, touchdown, 3 interceptions. But Jonathan Taylor, the key part to me, only 45 yards. And if you're going to hold Jonathan Taylor to only 45 yards, he's the engine then that's going to be a recipe for disaster, because Daniel Jones, while he has had a great resurgence, Daniel Jones, I can't rely simply on Daniel Jones. So that can't be the case.
You
so
left out one big stat, though.
What?
He also had 3 fumbles. He had 3 interceptions.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm about
to
get to that.
Okay.
3 interceptions and 3 fumbles.
Okay, I just want you to
don't forget
that part.
He was singularly the reason they lost. And, again, the defense to the Steelers obviously caused those interceptions, caused those fumbles. But I walked away from, again, Rob, underwhelmed by the Steelers, because when I look and I tell you in 2 games that they had 11 turnovers against the Colts, they had 6. Against the Patriots, handful of weeks back, they had 5. And each game you escape by a touchdown. I walk away from this still not knowing what the Pittsburgh Steelers are, other than what I think they are, which is 9-8, 10-7.
No, you didn't have them 10 wins. Don't even do that.
I've been saying this the whole year.
No, you haven't.
9-8.
No, you did not. We have a bet on them.
What I said.
We have a bet on 10 wins, so it can't be that you think they're going to get 10. Because we have a bet on 10 wins.
They're absolutely just
we have a bet on 10. And you know what? I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop you.
Hold on. Let me get my last point.
Go ahead, get your last point.
If I told
I'm gonna crucify you on this tape.
If I give you 11 turnovers,
it's ridiculous.
You're supposed to dominate. If I give you 6 turnovers, you're supposed to win handily. If I give you 5 against the Patriots, you're supposed to win handily. And I'm not saying every game you got to win by 25 points or something at all. But they have not been a team that's from jump to finish dominated somebody. They've not been a team that has just bludgeoned somebody. And again, you have all these opportunities to do so. And I walk away with the Steelers going, eh. And I just walk away saying they are middle of the pack, middle of the road. And within their own division, I still question if they're going to be able to come out of this. Obviously, the Ravens feel comfortable and confident in what they'll be able to do. And if the Bengals could ever close the game, the Bengals could be right up in them.
Good luck with that.
Well, I already know that.
The Bengals.
No, Joe Burrow.
You're talking about the damn Bengals. Let me just stop
that's
you.
my point is I want the Steelers.
Here's my issue I have with you, Kelvin.
What's that?
Here's my issue.
What's that?
It's about winning and losing. This whole notion about having to win the way you want them to win, that makes no sense because guess what? Last year, the Chiefs won 11 one-score games, which is exactly what the Steelers are doing. So it's okay when the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes wins by the skin of their teeth. Oh, it don't matter. They're 15-2. They won the game. I don't care how they won. They won, and you're sitting here talking about coming into that game. If you watched any pre-game football show, the Colts will annihilate the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's all everybody said. They're going to annihilate the Steelers. They've lost the last 2 games. There's no way. This is the number 1 offense against one of the worst defenses. They will be annihilated in a must-win game for the Steelers against a really good team record-wise. And guess what they did? They did what they had to do, which was win the game. And the last touchdown, if you want to say, oh, it's so close, you give it to them. Don't let them score too early. Make them eat up some clock. I get all that. Take your foot off the gas. You don't have to press because that's what the Bears wind up doing, giving up 2 touchdowns to the Bengals. You don't want that to happen. And the bottom line is that was a must-win for the Steelers, and they got it done against the team. Everybody and their uncle were picking the Colts in that game because of what they had done and the way that the Steelers defense. They came up with turnovers. So which one is it?
Now, I'll graduate. Now,
okay?
the Chiefs.
Which one is it?
I'll let you go. Now, the Chiefs, the reason why, they're completely different. And for the entire season, I sat right here and told you. What did I tell you? Patrick Mahomes don't look right. What did I tell you? Patrick Mahomes he's forcing it. Patrick Mahomes isn't making the easy throws. He's forcing because he's missing guys. And that's the other thing. The Chiefs never had their guys. They were never a complete team. So for them to pull out some of these
yesterday?
wins. They got beat down. I'm not arguing that. That was the issue last year, is that Patrick Mahomes and that team were finding ways to win as they kept losing guys, kept dropping guys. This guy come back, this guy's out. And that's what made it remarkable. And also, they are a championship team, so you must respect that. That is not what the Steelers are. The Steelers ain't even won a playoff game in so long, and they have their full complement of who they're supposed to be. This is why
I thought running the football and they have a terrible defense, and yet they have 5 wins at the halfway point. They still won 5 games.
And that's why I still walk away.
It doesn't make any sense.
And that's why I walk away from them still saying they don't. If I'm another team, if you talk about postseason, to me they look just like last year.
So why didn't the Colts beat them? They're the number 1 offense. I'm asking you.
Because they got all of it. They turned the ball over 6 times.
Did they turn it over? Did the defense force turnovers?
The defense got a game.
I'm just trying to figure it out.
And I still walk away from not knowing what the Steelers are.
Most games in the NFL, I'll give you a history lesson, are decided by 6 points or less.
Nobody's questioning that.
All right, go do it. Most of the NFL games, that's what makes the game.
And if I gave you 6 turnovers, I guarantee you don't win by 3.
You don't have to
dominate.
Win.
If I give you
the
5
Texans
turnovers.
had 5 interceptions and they lost to the Lions. It's not automatic.
And I'm saying
it depends
2
on where they
games
come.
From when I watched the Steelers dominate 6 turnovers.
Did they win the game?
Yes, they won the games.
Then I
don't look great in these wins.
Come on, man.
They don't look great in these wins.
All these
and
crazy
don't do that. that.
Don't look good.
And don't do that when I just spent a whole hour telling you that the Dodgers won. Don't do that.
No,
you clearly get the difference.
No,
you clearly get the difference.
There's a big difference
you
between
clearly get
giving
the
up a ninth inning home run to the
and
ninth
I give
hitter.
you six interceptions, and the best you do is barely beat me twice. 5 turnovers.
Most games in the
turnovers,
most NFL games are decided by
most
6 points or less.
Turnovers, Rob.
Last year, you know the difference. You know the difference between the Chiefs this year and last year.
What's that?
Last year they were 11-0 in one-score games. Guess what they are this year? 0-4.
With 3 or 4,
0-4.
Yeah.
That's why they're 5-4 this season because they haven't won those games.
Absolutely, and that one 11-0.
It's about winning close games.
Right, but
those are the games you want to win. It ain't no blowouts. Come on, man.
The Steelers getting 11 turnovers between 2 games.
They won both games. Nobody cares about that.
They won, and I walk away still feeling the same way, man.
No, you're just trying to.
No,
your point is.
It's okay that I feel mad. I can't even be wrong.
You can't be wrong.
I walk away from the Steelers
because you were wrong about Justin Fields. You were wrong about a lot of stuff. And this is my thing. You just have this thing. I understand. You don't want to be wrong on this Steelers thing. And they
look exactly like I feel.
No, you said no.
That's exactly what I said.
They still have a shot to win the
Russell
division.
Wilson.
They still have a shot to win the division.
Verbatim what I said. They look just like they did with Russell Wilson.
They will not lose 5 games down the stretch. They
look exactly like they did with Russell Wilson. That's what I said at the beginning of the season.
No, you did. You said 8 or 9 wins. I said they're going to
look just like they did.
We have
I
a
said
bet
Russell
on 10.
came and won 5 or 6.
We have a bet on 10. All I know is halfway through they got 5 wins. And all they got to do is win another 5 in the last 9 games. I feel pretty good about that.
And they look exactly like I said they would. Russell Wilson. They won 5 or 6 with him, then they lost 5 or 6.
That's not.
They look the same.
This whole take
and it's the exact same thing. That's my point. Is I expect them, if you get a good game from your defense, dominate something.
You don't have
Beat
to
a
do
team.
that. The Lions dominated all those bad teams, and guess what? It got them when it came down to being 15-2.
Don't say a playoff win.
No, they lost when they played their playoff game. They lost last year.
They got a playoff win.
No, they did not. They lost their first playoff game last year, and they dominated everybody.
What are you talking about?
What? They had a bye. They had a bye, and then they played Washington.
The Lions. The difference between the
Lions,
the difference between the difference between
2 games.
The difference between the Lions is the Lions had a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
They lost
the year before. Exactly.
But they
The
dominated
Steelers haven't won a postseason in I don't know how long.
But they dominated everybody last year. What did it get them?
And it
didn't get them anything. They lost to Washington at home.
The Steelers are doing all of this, and they look the same as they did last year. That's all I'm saying, Rob, is that the Steelers look the exact same as they did with Russell Wilson, which is what I thought would happen. That's all I'm saying. Aaron Rodgers has been, and that's perfectly fine. But to me, they're going to be, like I told you, find themselves in the same predicament. And I watched the game where I was, all right, they about to really show us something.
Dude,
they didn't.
I don't even know what that means.
And they didn't.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't understand how you don't know what that means.
27-13, they give up a late touchdown to make the game you think it's close. That Lions game was 27-24.
Why you keep bringing up the Lions?
No, because I want you to know.
I don't understand why you keep bringing up the Lions.
I want you to know, if you watch the game at all, that game, it wasn't close. It wasn't as close as the score would indicate. It wasn't close. The Lions were 5 for 17 on 3rd down. They couldn't convert.
What are you talking about? If they make the field goal, the game is tied. What are you talking
about? The game, I'm talking about the actual game, not the score, not the lasting score. The actual game wasn't as close as the score indicated. That's all I'm saying to you.
And
don't let a score fool you. Don't let a score fool you.
I'm saying
don't let a score
twice now
fool
that
you.
I've watched them get a total of 11 turnovers in a game.
Did they win the game?
I'm not arguing that.
Okay, they won the game. Why are we wasting air on this?
The same reason why you just ignored the Dodgers winning the game, a whole series, I should say, not a game.
No, I didn't ignore it.
For
the Blue Jays choked.
No,
the Blue Jays choked.
Well, then the Colts choked. If you're gonna do it like that. Then the Lions choke, the Colts choke. Anybody who loses chokes, right?
No. It's not everybody who loses.
No.
There are teams you get beat sometimes. And
then I don't know when it is.
And then there's times you choke.
I don't know when it is.
Yes, you lose sometimes. The other team is just better than you.
I just didn't. I want you to say that sometimes.
All right, 877-99 on Fox.
I want you to say that, though. I do want you to say that sometimes.
All right, did you come away impressed by the Steelers in their win against the Colts yesterday or not? A must-win for the season, and they win the game. But he doesn't like the style points. What nonsense.
No.
We'll continue that conversation next with you. 877-99 on Fox. It is The Odd Couple right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
in the U.S. of A.
Hey, it's Rob Parker from The Odd Couple. You fixed your diet, dialed in your sleep, climbed the ladder at work, but your ED, that's the tough one. For everything else, you've got the morning routine, the supplements, standing desks. You've optimized everything, well, almost everything. There's one thing that still needs, you haven't been able to crack. Yep, it's a tough one because ED isn't just a mindset. There's sometimes your body needs actual support to get there, and that's where Rugiet comes in. Rugiet combines clinical expertise with fast-acting treatments that work, helping you with peak performance in one of the best places to have it. You've handled the rest, time to handle this. Visit rugiet.com/FSR to get 15% off your first order. That's right, rugiet.com/FSR. Rugiet, get back to the moments that matter. Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. Visit Rugiet's website for full safety information.
Half of the NFL fans believe that the league's doing enough to keep guys from serious injuries. And then this is where it gets interesting, and it kind of leads us to the conversation. Most fans, 60%, they support expanding the season, playing more games, including some who say they're okay with that because the players make enough money. So if you move the salary up, basically what are you complaining about? The risk is worth the reward because you had a chance to make more money. And then 70%, they call them super fans, absolutely endorse more games. My thing about this, Rob, this is where sometimes to me, I know fans matter in all things, and you should absolutely listen to them at times, take into consideration. It should be weighted. But here's the thing. You and I have talked about this so many times. The players in the NFLPA specifically have to realize that if the NFL continues to get what they want, they won't stop, right? This went from 16 to 17 in 2021. And who's to say it goes to 18 in the next couple years? And then does it go to 23, 4, 5 years after that? And to me, I wonder at what point do you say, we're not saying it'll never change. We're not saying it will never increase. But do you ride this out a little bit? It just went to 17 in 2021. Do you give it a handful of years, 5, 10 years, see how it goes, see if there's new data around injuries, see if there's new information about guys and, and their health, and do you find new safety and equipment and technology? That will be my concern, Rob, is that, okay, if you expedite this to 18, you speed it up to 18, 20's in the back of your head. Well, might as well make it a cool 20, right? And we'll give them an extra buy or two. And to me, we already know from one end, that's what makes football great is the scarcity of it. It's only 17 games. And then also, again, we know the health dangers of it, and we've all become okay with that. We all understand that. But to me, you got to at least spread it out longer, more years to find out what you got, to see how it's working out, to see how guys are managing. You can't just be so much in a quick rush hurry to do this. Again, we just went to 17 4 years ago. So what's the rush? What's the speed to me? I don't understand why we were 16 for so long. I think like 30 years or so, give or take.
Well, it's pretty easy. I don't know what you don't understand.
I understand the money, but I'm saying
it's just money. They don't care about the players. They could care less. The pension plan they have for the players, the medical plan that they have after their careers are over. The NFL does not care about the players. and the union is so weak, it gets destroyed every collective bargaining session. It's embarrassing. I mean, the difference is, when fans don't know and don't understand it, is you take a local game, right? A local exhibition preseason game where you make no money on it, right? That's on local TV with your local announcers, right? They don't make any money on that. Take that game away and make it another game that they can sell to the national as
what you want, 3 Monday nights?
You know, like they don't care. Let's have a Monday night on ESPN, ABC, and we'll sell another one to some streaming thing. You know what I mean? Like they don't even care. That's why they don't care about dueling games. They don't care. Oh, why would you have 2 games on simultaneously? They don't, because I'm getting money from both. That's why. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about if we're eating into our own ratings. I don't care. They don't care about anything other than how can we make more money. Get on a plane, fly and play in Europe, go to some terrible field in Brazil, go to Mexico. We don't care. Who's going to give us the most money? That's it. So fans buy into it. That's seriously.
The collective bargain, I want to clarify something. It runs through 2031, so that would be when they were to change it, that's when it could happen if they were to do it then. So they got a handful of years before they can do that. But again, to me, we talked about it a gazillion times. If you're the NFLPA, you got to stand on business somewhere, because you talked about it. The health care, you get 5 years, and after that, you don't get anything.
But the health care, for people who don't understand, seriously, Kelvin, is 5 years after you retire. So you know the average career is what? 3 years?
4 years.
Okay, so you get in the league and you play. I'm talking about the average career.
Yeah.
So you play. You're 23 years old, 24 years old, right? Then you got to wait 5 years. That's 29. Then for the next 5 years, you get health care. So from 29 to 34, you get health care funded by the NFL. And then after those 5 years, you're on your own. Who needs health care at 34?
Right.
You know what I mean? Unless you have some sort of disease or something, but you don't need that. You need it when you get older.
Fox Sports Radio, it's your boys. We got TJ Houshmandzadeh on the way, former Pro Bowl receiver. We'll talk to him in just a little bit, some of the NFL headlines. Be sure to check out the brand new YouTube. Shout out to everybody who's watching right now. We always appreciate it.
You see, I got on
FSR. What you got on right there?
I don't have any. I just Adidas jacket. No,
that got to mean something.
No.
What is the A? Whatever.
I don't even know. I just
Turn
like
around.
the
Let me
color.
see.
There's nothing on it.
No. Let me see the other A. A, is that an FA?
It might be like
a Adidas
soccer,
Football Association,
soccer
football. Look at you. I don't even know who you are. That's your favorite color, like that, like a baby bluish kind of a feel, or off blue something. Yeah, that's nice.
Because back in the day, they used to call me baby boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
All right, settle down. You like mine?
No, I don't. I wish I could throw up on it legally.
Legally. All right, man. Check out the
Rob
YouTube.
G had the nerve to put
FSR.
his daughter in a Dodger jersey on IG. What did I say, Rob G? Didn't I tag? Didn't I?
What did he
Yeah,
say?
nothing like tagging a picture of a 1-year-old or not even 1-year-old. I'm gonna throw up in my mouth. That was great.
She's like,
good luck explaining that away to people who don't get the joke. It's like, damn.
Right, dang. I thought she was pretty.
I know.
I thought she was cute. You know they already don't think you like kids the way you treated little Isaac.
What? I know Rob G was like, dude, can you stop?
No, not Rob C. It's not Rob G. It's his lovely wife. That's what it always is. The wife is the Rob G deals with you. He's
his
used
wife
to.
likes me because I could tell because I'm always posting on her page or Rob
Look how
G.
tight. Look at Rob G's
I'm
fire.
out the bed.
Rob
He's
G.
like, no, you don't
Rob
know
G.
what you're talking about.
Cough if she doesn't like him.
All right, 877.
All right, get to this call. 7799 on Fox. I ain't sold on the Steelers yet. I still ain't sold on them. Rob said I'm tripping. What say you? 877-99 on Fox.
GW in Baltimore. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, GW?
Hey, what's up, fellas? How are you?
Doing great.
good, brother.
Hey, loving the conversation, man. Listen. I've been a Steelers fan, 10 years old, 1977. I've been with them, riding with them ever since, bleed black and gold. Now, which one of you guys was on the side of I'm not that impressed?
Me, Kelvin.
Dude, man, listen. Bleed black and gold, but I also am a realist. And I am with you, brother. I'm telling you, man, look, first of all, this is a wasted year. It's a wasted year. I didn't want A-Rod to begin with. 41 years old. I've seen enough with the Jets. I'm tired of screen passes, short passes. Has he thrown a pass down the middle longer than 20 yards? I'm telling you, you know what this is going to be?
Yeah, did you watch the 68-yard touchdown pass that put them ahead? Now the defense couldn't hold it. Did you see that play? Or did you see the play where he threw 70 yards into the end zone on a Hail Mary? To say he didn't throw 20 yards, come on, man. GW, what are you talking about?
GW, go ahead, man. You cooking.
No, he doesn't make any sense.
No. You know what the end game is? 10-7, first round playoffs out.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Exact same
That's not what
thing.
you're saying. You said we have a bet. You
Rob,
said 8 or 9 wins. We
can
have the video.
You can have
we
the
have
9.
the tape.
My point,
no,
because you can have the 9. I don't. My point was it's the exact same season as last year.
No, it's not.
Rob G's heard me say this for a year.
Okay.
It's the exact same season as Russell Wilson.
We'll see.
Verbatim. I said they may make the playoffs and they'll be out first and they'll look the same. And you lost a year finding the quarterback.
Yeah, we'll see that.
Just to say, well, we made the playoffs again.
So much so that they already want to bring him back.
We 500. Bad.
Alice.
GW don't even want him. Life longer.
Alice in Pittsburgh. You're on the Odd Couple.
Alice don't even want him next year. Tell him, Alice.
No, you know what? I'm trying to be optimistic that
Thank you.
The last player, I don't want to agree with him, but right now, the way I feel, last night's defense, I don't know where they came from. Jalen Ramsey said something to them before the game that got them all fired up. I felt really good about watching the defense last night. It was one of the first games I've been able to watch for a while that I don't get chest pain, and I'm too old to get chest pain.
No, and Alice, and their defense have been giving up 30 points a game. Alice, the season was on the line last night. If they lost that game, the season was on the line, and they responded against the best offense in the league.
I know they did, and I think it gave them a lot of confidence. And I think that I want to think that Aaron Rodgers is going to improve with the year as the year goes on. If he stays healthy too, and plus they've got Will Howard, and I think that Will Howard has potential to be our next quarterback if they give him a chance. And he sounds like Aaron's mentoring him. That I want to think that they're going to go probably 9 or 10 games again. I think they're going to get into the playoffs. I think they'll go more than one game, though, this year.
Right.
I honestly do.
There's your optimism, but I tell you what, the Steelers fans, y'all thought y'all be more optimistic. Y'all on my side. All right, thank you for the calls. TJ Houshmandzadeh on the way, former Pro Bowl receiver, co-host up on Game on Fox Sports Radio. But right now, Martin Weiss is going to get you set on what's trending. What up, Martin?
Still scoreless on Monday Night Football. The Cowboys got the opening kickoff, drove down the field, failed on a 4th and goal attempt. Now Jacoby Brissett just connected with Marvin Hairston Jr. That's his first pass catch of the day. I'm sorry, second. He's got 33 yards receiving thus far. Again, 8 minutes and 45 seconds into the left on the first quarter, so just getting started there on Monday Night Football. Kyler Murray was reported as questionable throughout the day, but was a late scratch. He's now inactive. The broadcast just showed him, and I sneaked over there for a second, Kelvin.
Yeah.
Troy Aikman said, I'm quoting, he said, Brissett gives them something in the pass game they've been lacking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's passability.
Yeah.
What Kyler Murray was the man 4 years ago. Everybody, he's about to be the one. Got a bunch of money.
4 years happened.
Yeah. Still running like a toddler.
The Eagles acquiring Dolphins linebacker Jalen Phillips in exchange for a 2026 third-round pick. The Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels suffered a dislocated elbow. He's out indefinitely. Cornerback Marshawn Lattimore tore his ACL in the same matchup that lost against the Seahawks last night. Dan Quinn taking the blame for Daniels' injury, saying it was 100% on him that Daniels was still on the field. Chargers left tackle Joe Alt suffered a season-ending ankle injury against Tennessee. Tucker Kraft, tight end for the Packers, tore his ACL this weekend. He's done for the year. C.J. Stroud, Texas quarterback, is in concussion protocol. Head coach D'Amico Ryan says they'll see how he progresses throughout the week. And Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski says that he's going to give up play calling. Offensive coordinator Tommy Rees will now be calling the shots for the Cleveland offense. At the half in the NBA, the Timberwolves are up 63-59 over the Nets. Jaden McDaniels leading Minnesota in scoring. Cam Thomas with 19 for the winless Brooklyn Nets as they take the court for the third quarter. Also at the half, the Bucks and the Pacers. Milwaukee with a 56-53 lead. Giannis with 19 and 8. The Celtics lead the Jazz 46-35, nearing the first half, nearing halftime there. 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Wizards, Knicks tied 40 apiece. The Mavericks 2-4 in the season, but playing their first road game. They are 24-20 right now against the Rockets. 2:15 left in the first quarter, and the Pistons and the Grizzlies 27-23. Detroit in the lead. John Morant with 4 points. He's back from his one-game suspension from conduct detrimental to the team.
Why are you looking at me? Just ask the coaches. Don't ask me, Martin. Ask the coaches. I don't know.
You threw me off because we actually made eye contact. And I was like, why are you looking at you? Because it's your turn to talk.
Right.
You go now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, man, with the Grizzlies. You talk about a team that was hot a few seasons ago. You thought they were going to make the progress, and it's just been down ever since. It's the Odd Couple. Thank you, Martin. Rob and Kelvin on a Magic City Monday, and we are joined now by our guy, TJ Houshmandzadeh, former Pro Bowl receiver and co-host of Up On Game on Fox Sports Radio, Hoosh 84 on X. Hey, I went and saw Jeezy, too, in Vegas. What up, TJ?
Man, what's happening, man? Hey, am I tripping? Was that Martin Weiss that was doing updates?
That was Martin Weiss.
That's my dog, Martin. What's happening, baby? What up?
He said, what up? I'm going to translate for him. He said, what up, though?
I know, but he still said, but TJ said the lemon pepper parlay, the first edition of it was pretty good, right, TJ?
It was the best. It was the best.
It was so much fun, no doubt about it.
What y'all talking about.
Not as good. Well, Martin wound up doing the show with him after.
Okay.
So I'm just ripping on Martin.
It was the first of better.
Let's go here, TJ. Your guy, Danny Dimes, was a no-show in Pittsburgh.
No,
awful.
he was showed. He was terrible.
Awful performance. What did you make of that? But he fumbled 3 times, lost 2 of them, and threw 3 interceptions. They applied pressure, and he folded.
I mean, it's obvious. It was not a good performance. But I'm going to say this. You have 6 turnovers as a team. Pittsburgh had 1 turnover as a team, and you lose by 7 points. There's no moral victories, but the Colts are for real. Daniel Jones is going to have to figure out when they're not running the ball well and Jonathan Taylor's not gashing teams, he can't be the liability.
Well, but that's what he was in New York when they didn't have Saquon. When Saquon wasn't running the ball.
Yeah, but
come on.
He wasn't this good, though. He wasn't like.
He ain't that good, TJ. Look at the teams he's put up these numbers against.
Man,
the 2 good teams he played, he lost both games. Both games, TJ. He hasn't beaten anybody. Come on, man.
He lost to the Denver Broncos. You know how he lost to the Denver Broncos, right? You know how that happened, right?
Now, how'd he lose? Tell me.
You remember when they lined up on the center with the field goal, and they missed the field goal, then they got another try to kick it?
Yeah.
You don't remember that game?
Okay, but the point is they lost, right?
They did lose. I'm a believer in the Colts because this is the National Football League. There's just no way you are 7-2 and you're a fraud. I believe the Colts are a very good football team.
I remember when the Pittsburgh Steelers were 9-0 a few years ago, and it was the worst 9-0 team I had ever seen. And then they got blown out by the Browns in the postseason. Do you remember that year, TJ? You thought the Steelers were that good that year? They were not good.
I do remember that, but it's just something about these Colts that they're for real. They're for real now. Are they the best team in the AFC? I don't know, but they will be in the playoffs, and we're gonna find out.
Yeah, you pretty much said a lot of what I said with them, and Jonathan Taylor is obviously the key for them. But they have to find a way to still move the ball and still be consistent without him, because teams are gonna. It's like the Eagles. Give them credit. Saquon Barkley didn't have a huge Super Bowl. They still were able to do what they were able to do. All right, I want to switch games a little bit and go to where are you now? One of the guys we've talked about a little bit last year and a lot this year. Caleb Williams and the Bears. They squeak out a win against the Bengals.
Squeak out. That's a great win for them.
Yeah. The Bengals shouldn't be a great win, right?
Oh, now, yes, it is.
They get the win. Where are you with the
it's about
Bears?
Winning in the National Football League.
Are they good? Are you happy with the progression of Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson, the collab there?
Caleb obviously is playing better. Ben Johnson is proven. If it don't work, it ain't Ben Johnson's fault. It's gonna fall on Caleb. But they played against probably the worst defense ever in the history of the league. That's the truth.
Okay, but they did what they had to do, which is win.
Yeah, they did.
And
Rob, the Bengals. Let's rewind. The Bengals gave up over 500 yards against a Jet team that could barely get a first down.
No, that was God.
Yes,
that was the Lord.
Yes, the Bears won. But you're going against probably the worst defense in the history of the National Football League. I don't know what's going on in Cincinnati. It's the players. Is it the coaching? Is it the scheme? But it's just no way they take the lead and you just give it up. They've given up over 1,000 yards the last two games. The Bears, kudos to you. Great throw by Caleb Williams at the end of the game.
We saw this last year. Last year, Joe Burrow had 9 touchdowns against the Ravens and lost both games. So nothing's changed. What's changed, TJ?
I mean, it's just a lot. I mean, things have changed. The defense is worse than it was last year.
That is embarrassing.
It's worse.
Are they already in Cancun? Like when you play a team, like have they checked out? You've been in locker rooms, good ones, bad ones.
They not checked out because they're in every game. It just. I don't know what's going on, man, because I've been in locker rooms and I've been on teams where the offense has had to carry the defense, but not this bad.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be points where the defense picks you up.
Right.
The way their defense looks, I can't imagine that happening in one game. And I know that's cold, but they are bad. Historically bad.
What'd you make of the Packers? And everybody wanted to say Love was a lead quarterback now, and then he turns into an absolute stinker in a game at home against the Panthers. Did you see? And I don't think the Panthers, did they throw for 100 yards in that game?
Exactly, 102.
102 yards. And they lose that game at home. What'd you make of that?
I was high on the Packers. I was really high on the Packers. When you lose to the Carolina Panthers, you are no longer a Super Bowl contender in my eyes.
Wow.
And I'm gonna give you a point of reference. The week prior, a Super Bowl contender, what did they do to the Panthers? What did the Buffalo Bills do last week to the Carolina Panthers? Put them in a place to show everybody we Super Bowl. When you are a Super Bowl contender, when you play a team that shouldn't be close to you, you put them in a place. That's what the Bills did. I was shocked that not only that they lost, they just couldn't move the ball.
It was amazing. It really was. If you watched any of that.
They've had a few of those this season. Rob and I have talked about a couple of them.
And he had one really bad interception. Not the one that the guy. Can you imagine being the DB who dropped an interception thrown right to him?
Right, and that's why they're receivers.
I mean,
they aren't receivers.
Right to him. And then there was another throw that was just up for grabs in the middle of the field, triple coverage. Just like, what was that?
wishing and praying that somebody going to come down with it on your team. It just, you really start to figure out, because when you look at the Packers on paper, they don't have a weakness. They got good receivers, good O-line, good run game, good D-line, good linebacking core, good secondary. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's like they never come together at the same time.
Yeah.
TJ, real quick for me, one more. Seahawks, late game last night, 38-14. Commanders, obviously, it was rough to see what happened to Jaden Daniels. Rob and I will talk about that, him being in the game. That's a story for another day. But just specifically the Seahawks, 6-2. Sam Darnold looked fantastic, 4 touchdowns, 330 yards.
Just say playoffs and it'll change. Sam Darnold.
just play. That's all you got to do. Are they a Super Bowl contender that we're ignoring? We're talking about this team. We're talking about the Eagles. We're talking about the Packers. Might be talking about this team, that team. Are they the one that we're ignoring in the NFC? Talk about the Rams.
Are they being ignored? Yes, they are. If we had to say, okay, out of the NFC, who is my Super Bowl contenders? In no order, I'm gonna say the Eagles, Rams, Seahawks. Well, if I'm gonna go in order, I would put those two at the top and the Seahawks right there. That would be my order. Representing the Seattle Seahawks are well coached, very well coached. Mike McDonald is a great coach, and when you have great coaching, you know your guys will always be prepared. Your guys will not be surprised by anything. If Sam Darnold can play like that, and I know the last 2 games of last year, last game of the regular season, the playoff game was terrible. But if he can play like this, and it's, you're not going to go perfect in the first half like he did, but the Seahawks, man, they have a really, really good team.
All right. Well, shoot, we'll have to wait and see. Halfway through the season, though, they do look great. Appreciate it as always, TJ.
Hey, one more thing before I go, man. I want to give my condolences to Deion Henley, man. He lost his older brother.
Yeah.
He got shot and killed out here in Los Angeles on Halloween, man. Prayers to you and your family, man.
No doubt, man. Deion is a great kid, man, too. Deion, I should say. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, brother.
Y'all keep up the great work, as always.
No doubt. All right, TJ Houshmandzadeh right there. Give him a follow, Hoosh84. All right, on the way, we got to talk about the World Series and how the ratings, if you looked at them, are spectacular, and why that is. We'll tell you next. It's The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Hi, everyone. It's Rob Parker from The Odd Couple, and you fixed your diet, dialed in your sleep, and climbed the ladder at work. But your ED, that's a tough one. For everything else, you've got the morning routine, the supplements, the standing desk. You've optimized everything, well, almost everything. There's one issue you still haven't been able to crack. It's a tough one because ED isn't just about mindset. Sometimes your body needs actual support to get there, and that's where Rugiet comes in. Rugiet combines clinical expertise with fast-acting treatments that work, helping you to have a peak performance. That's right, and one of the best places to have it. You've handled the rest. Time to handle this. Visit rugiet.com/FSR to get 15% off your first order. That's rugiet.com/FSR. Rugiet. Get back to the moments that matter. Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. Visit Rugiet website for full safety information.
Draymond Green thinks that Wemby could actually sweep the NBA award season this year.
Just like he said he should win the Defensive Player of the Year last year.
Take a listen.
we must talk about Wemby. He was almost trying to go at AD as if he got something against him, and not that it was in a manner, but he dunking and screaming and like he was on one. But then game 3 comes. It's like this is what he on. He's on like I want the next MVP award, and I don't want it like then. I want it now. Like he stay at this pace, at this level. He's going to be like MVP, DPOY, most improved player. Like, he's going to be in position to compete for all those awards.
Monstradamus, listen, the only time I ever uttered the words that somebody has the potential to be what Michael Jordan is was LeBron years ago. And I was like, yo, this, and I don't want to act like I was, wow, you went out there on a limb. It was just you saw something so unique and you saw how it contribute to
That was like you
winning.
saying water was wet. Go
Right,
ahead.
but LeBron – I haven't said anything like this. Not Luka, not this, not Steph, not that, not Giannis, not that. When you see where Wemby is right now, it's not just the numbers, Rob. Because people are going to put up numbers. James Harden put up crazy numbers. Steph's put up crazy numbers. Giannis puts up crazy numbers year in, year out. It's his desire to win, and it's his on both ends of the floor. He cares about both ends of the floor, and I think what is going to translate more so than just him, the Spurs are going to win back how they used to win rates, like the rate of winning. They're going to win 70% of their games, 75% of their games. And that, to me, is what the sign is. It's not just you being great. It's not just you having numbers. Yeah, he absolutely wants to dominate. He wants to dominate now. We talked about this yesterday. He wants to play. He doesn't want to, I'm going to sit out, I'm going to do this. He wants no excuses, and all he cares about is winning and team success, and that's what makes him fascinating to me. And he wants to play both ends. He shoots the ball. He also gets down and will dunk on you. Take advantage of your height. You're big as heck. Take advantage of it. Block shots, challenge shots. From the free throw extended down, every shot is challenged. That's what I love about him. And Draymond is right about this. Who knows if he'll actually win it? But Defensive Player of the Year, that's a shoo-in. He had that last year.
He didn't win it.
He got injured. It was a given. Everybody knew he had it. Then he got injured. Most improved, he's got a great chance to win that.
He's not going to win that.
Why wouldn't he?
Because everybody already knows what was different from last year other than him
what do you mean?
him being injured is what stopped.
He's taking it to another level.
And here's why.
It's scary.
Here's why.
And the MVP is up for debate because obviously there's a handful of people who have something to say with that. But the DPOY
the idea that he's
going
to win all three is preposterous. It's not going to happen because if he were to win the MVP, they're not going to give him most improved player. They'll give somebody else if it was.
Why?
If he was because they already know what kind of a player he could be.
We didn't know he would be this year too.
Number
and
two,
he went blood clots.
Number two. That's the reason why I'm going to sit here and tell you when you say, I'm going to put him next to Michael Jordan. Dude, there's so long. He got such a long way to go.
Of course.
You've already mentioned the blood clots. We already know that guys that tall don't get to play that long because usually there's some foot or ankle or leg issue with guys that size, and he's fragile. He's fragile. He's been wait,
why is he fragile?
Because
he's had blood clots.
No,
he don't be out here hurt.
But
Wemby looks like a guard. The guys you named are bigger and stiff. That's why their feet hurt.
He looks like a giraffe, and those legs can snap. I'm just saying.
Are you watching him?
I'm just saying.
That man, I've never seen a 7'5" person look like Rob G. 5'2". My bad, Rob G. I had to take a shot at you.
I'm saying that the idea of him not experiencing something, guys that tall. Normally, I'm just going by normally in the NBA. I mean, he's Manu Bol with a French accent. You know what I'm saying?
But he looks like Steve Francis or Baron Davis.
How did Manu Bol with the stick figure legs? I'm just saying.
Manu Bol looked like he was 7'7".
And the other problem is the blood clots scare me. I don't
want to play a doctor. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying that he's already experienced.
I have no pushback on that. Nothing game right now. Cardinals moving the ball as we end the first quarter of Monday Night Football. Dallas Cowboys up 3-0. We'll keep you updated on that one. It's the odd couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on
Who's
a
up?
Magic City Monday.
I thought it was
Was it Cardinals? My bad. Cardinals are up 3-0. Did I say that at first? My bad. 3-0 and they're moving right now. They're at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
There was a story about, I don't know, was it USA Today?
What was the story?
Marvin Harrison's dad was talking about Marvin Harrison Jr. Did
ESPN.
you see it, ESPN? Did you read that, Rob G?
What was it? What happened?
It was just a story about how his son is being used. It was basically him blaming the Cardinals that his son's not doing well, right?
Gotcha,
well, he tried to clarify and say, well, it's NFL offense, modern offense as a whole I don't like. But then he said, you quote me, I don't like the Cardinals offense.
Right. I'm just saying, but in the story now, Rob G, did you read the whole story? Because I think I did, but I might have missed it. And nowhere in there was the biggest drop that his son had made, and he hasn't played that great.
He has not been what
right?
Ohio State version.
Rob G, am I wrong? There was one wide. He dropped the easiest touchdown. That wasn't even mentioned. He hasn't played. I was shocked that. How do you write a story about that and not? That's one of the biggest drops.
But even just to add to that, not just that drop, he's had a few plays and the way he ran a route or missed some passes early in the season that you're kind of like, that ain't the dude that was catching any and everything.
That's what I'm saying.
In Ohio State.
I just thought that was a weird story.
He had that game, but a month ago. It was on Thursday
the second half,
night.
the first half was terrible.
He was terrible in the first half.
Yeah,
Nobody was talking to him. He's sitting on the sideline like he's going to cry.
Yep.
And then he has this breakout in the second half, but he was already so melancholy that he'd have a touchdown. He kind of just walk away like, oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I'm glad I caught that one.
Right.
And
but
so that was like a microcosm of his NFL career so far. That one.
It was just weird that there was nothing of that in that story.
Yeah, he's left some to be desired, considering how great he is talent-wise.
Right, I get it.
But just productivity.
And he got a brother now, I read in that story, who's in high school, whatever, was supposed to be the next wide receiver. Like they got.
Well, I guess he's going to go to Ohio State, too, because all they do is get the most insane receivers the last 10 years. Them and LSU competing, who has the best receiving group. My gosh. Real quick, man, baseball, I'm going to throw this one to you because we've talked about this since I started this show, but baseball has seen a resurgence in the last few years, but especially these last couple of years. And then if you want to talk about what we just witnessed with this World Series, Game 7 averaged a combined 26 million viewers on Fox.
That's a crazy number.
26. It nearly doubled the NBA.
Plus 11 in Canada. Because you got to remember,
they don't count those.
This don't even count the 11 million in Canada because they don't count it. It's a different country.
And you have to count that because obviously there's an opposing team that
happens
to
be out of. So there's you said, what is it? 26 plus 11.
That's crazy. 36-7 if you're going to count that. 37. In that Game 7, and I want to highlight baseball more so than do the whole NBA only had 16 because to me obviously the NBA was Oklahoma City, it was a beat up Indiana team. So
yeah, but it was a Game 7.
It was a game. It was Game 7. But this to me was the perfect piggyback, Rob. And you know this in business, you know this in sports, you know this in movies, and so many different things. You got to take full advantage when you have an opportunity. In baseball postseason last year, you and I had just started the show. And baseball postseason was lit last year. It was amazing. It was great. You had teams that came out of the blue. The Tigers out of the blue had the surge, and you got the Yankees. You get the Yankees-Dodgers first time since 81. MLB, you and I talked about it, couldn't be happier. And how they followed that up was a really good postseason again, and then an amazing World Series with a big team in another country who hadn't won in 32 years. And so star players all over the place. I mean, this was just a great follow-up for MLB to me. Like, if you're drawing it up, way to follow up. Get a Game 7?
Well, you also have right now, there's a ton of stars. And there was a stretch where baseball had a lot of stars and a lot of guys retired.
Older stars.
Right, but they all retired. Derek Jeter retired.
Big Papi, A-Rod.
And A-Rod and Barry Bonds.
Yep.
And, they all retired, right? So there's a influx. You got to wait. And now you looked at, and then when you add the international, we didn't even add what they watched in Japan. You don't think
they did? I'm sure
you had the numbers.
Country.
The whole country was awake.
Yep.
I bet you watching that and to see Yamamoto and
Sasaki, Ohtani,
and Ohtani and all that. You know what I mean? Like it had to be. What are the numbers from Japan? I would love to.
That has to be
see
crazy. Because they
was averaging 7.
But that
Game
was
early
7
in the series. Now
Game 7 probably
with Yamamoto
10.
coming in late. 11,
probably 8,
12.
9, 10, 11. Yeah. So this a great way to follow that up if you're the MLB, man. What a wonderful postseason run again. And you mentioned it, starting to elevate the stars. Stars are wanting to be more personality driven a little bit more. I want to see, what's my man with the Mariners? I keep talking about Julio Rodriguez. I want to see more of him, them highlighting him as well. But a great series, great ratings as well for them. Game 7, 30+ million.
Dodgers winning the World Series. Will Dave Roberts be proven right? Have they now ruined baseball? I'm going to go no on this. This will be used against the Dodgers, and it'll be used against the top teams in baseball. That does not mean, though, that this is going to be the end of baseball as we know it. There'll be dramatic changes. And if you look at the way baseball's done business, most of the problems in baseball are self-inflicted. They just are, by the management people in baseball. The Dodgers just showed everyone how wackadoodle the people that run baseball teams are. And the problem that I look at, when I look at baseball, the problem is you've got about half the teams in baseball that don't want to win. They don't try to win. They run their shop like it's a garage sale. Every summer they pick up players, trade deadline, who can we get rid of, save a couple of bucks. They do the shuffle. There's that part of it. And then there's just some teams don't even try to add good players to the roster. They don't spend any money. And the Dodgers, they're not a garage sale. They operate like a Fortune 500 company is what they do. It's not competition. It's capitalism on steroids, what the Dodgers have been able to do. They've found loopholes. Players don't like to play in California because of Gavin Newsom and the taxation, so the players get paid when they retire and they don't have to pay California taxes. So it's a great way to do it. But if you look at the numbers here, right, the last 10 years, there has been only one team that has won the championship outside the top 10 in payroll. That's the 2021 Atlanta Braves. But that Atlanta Brave team, what they did is they finagled the salary and they signed players that would have made a lot more money to team-friendly deals like Ronald Acuna Jr., who was hurt that year anyway, but he was on the roster. And so their payroll was a result of some team-friendly contracts. So the answer, again, is one. The last decade, there's been one team not in the top 10 at the start of the year in payroll that won the World Series. And so most of Major League Baseball, here's the issue. Right, here's the issue. Most of Major League Baseball is sitting on a pink flamingo floaty, not in the pool, not in the ocean, in the sewer, okay, with all the vermin. They're sitting and they're floating around on the pink flamingo floaty of mediocrity right there in the sewer. And I did the Maller math on this, and by my count, there are roughly 12 teams. There's only 30 in baseball, so that's 40%. 12 teams, that includes the Pirates, the A's, the White Sox, the Angels, the Rockies, who aren't even trying to win. The Marlins, teams like that. These owners are not rebuilding, even though that's an annoying word. They're just collecting interest is what they're doing. Meanwhile, the Dodgers, they're the Amazon, not the Temu. They're the Amazon of baseball. Massive operation, endless money, every possible edge, run by the nerds, all of that. Right? And the Dodgers, people get all upset. They get all mad. Oh, it's not fair. Boo-hoo-hoo. It's not fair. People get all upset, and the Dodgers are playing the system, right? Of course, they're playing the system better than everyone. The same system is available to the White Sox and the Rockies. They choose not to do it.
Marvin Harrison Jr. into the end zone in the early in the second quarter as the Cardinals with a 10-0 lead over the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas failing on a 4th and goal. Get Dak being sacked on that one. Then Jacoby Brissett, the quarterback for the Cardinals tonight. Kyler Murray was listed as questionable earlier in the day. He ended up being inactive right now, so unable to play today. In the NBA, the Timberwolves and the Nets tied 88 apiece. The Nets looking for that elusive first win of the year, 0-6 thus far, 142 left in the third quarter. Nearing the end of the third quarter, the Bucks lead the Pacers 78-77. Giannis with 28 and 8. The Celtics lead the Jazz 54-49. The Mavericks playing their first road game of the year, looking for their first road win, obviously 40-38. Cooper Flagg with 9 points. Alperen Şengün leads the Rockets with 10. I'm Martin Weiss.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3 on a Magic City Monday. My goodness gracious, where has the time gone? It is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, and with the iHeartRadio app, guess what? You can stream us wherever you happen to be. That's right. Catch us in all the fine Fox Sports Radio show. I mean, this network is unbelievable. So many great shows. I just can't turn it off. Live 24/7. New and improved. Did that sound believable?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. That was your most believable in a year.
Right.
Like I was like, dang, maybe he is listening.
All right, iHeartRadio app.
Thought you
just
never missed
search
him.
Fox Sports Radio on the app to stream us live all day, every day, and be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets. Remember, like the old days, so that on the iHeart app, it's the first one to pop up. Also, aches and pains sneak in during the holiday hustle and bustle. Yes, we're into November. Aleve can help you forget the pain and make happy memories instead with just one pill. Aleve provides up to 12 hours of pain relief so that you can keep moving. Use as directed. A lot to get to here, and we do have a little more baseball. You know, the World Series is over. Saturday night, incredible night for people watching and just the whole thing. And the Dodgers had their parade today. But, already, people are trying to call the Dodgers a dynasty.
Kike said that.
And I'm going to pump the brakes because they are not, Rob G, N-O-T, a dynasty. Yes, they won in 2000, but then they went
2020.
2020. But then, of course, they didn't win again until 2024. So there was 3 years that went by, okay? So that kind of took that championships out of the dynasty tag. To me, you need to win 3 in a row or 3 out of 4, like to be a dynasty. That's the way I look at it. And, yes, they're the first team to win back-to-back since the Yankees, who won in 98, 99, and 2000. And the first National League team to win since the Cincinnati Reds when they won back-to-back in 1975-76. And I know a lot of people nowadays, they think everything's a dynasty. The San Francisco Giants won 3 championships in 5 years or whatever it was?
It was 5, yep.
Never won back-to-back. They're not a dynasty to me. Did they have an unbelievable run? But they didn't even win back-to-back. And they won a championship, didn't make the playoffs, won a championship, didn't make the playoffs, won a championship, and didn't make the playoffs. Come on, that's not a dynasty.
Well, they're like you, a brand muffin. At least they're consistent.
They are consistent.
Win, don't get in. Win, don't get in. Win.
You get my point.
I do get your point.
And the same thing, people try to say the Spurs and no, they just had a winning culture there. But they won 5 in 20 years, not a dynasty. When the Yankees won, they won in 96. They did not win in 97. Then they won 98, 99, 2000. So they won 3 in a row and 4 out of 5. That's a dynasty.
They were for sure.
Am I right?
That's
not
that's not in question.
And when I look at this Dodger team, and of course the way that they won this one left a lot to be desired. I don't look at them in the same light that I look at that Yankee team in 2000 or the Cincinnati Reds. Now the Reds weren't a dynasty. They won the back-to-back, but they had the big red machine. That was an incredible team with so many great players and all that. This Dodger team, now, if they win another one, obviously they have to win another one. If they win 3 in a row, then I'm going to say that they're a dynasty. But right now, from 2020 to 2025 with the 3 champions, they're not a dynasty. They're a very good team that's won back-to-back championships. You tip your cap, even if it's somewhat fraudulent. You tip your cap because
Stop it. You can't help yourself, boy. You're going to let it slide in there.
Because they did win.
Give my cookies back.
I'm not, no.
These
are going home.
Give me all 25 of the cookies you got.
No, I mean, we shared them with everybody. I had the box in my bag. I didn't take it out.
The look you gave me when I said, "Oh no, those for everybody," you gave me a look like, "Who was everybody?" Look, I get your sentiment of the winning 3 in a row. The only difference, the reason why I'll disagree with you, is because specifically baseball is much harder to win than in NBA. Right? If you got Shaq and Kobe, you can run off. If you got Michael Jordan, Pippen, and Phil Jackson and Dennis Rodman, you can run off 3. You can do that in basketball. The Heatles go to 4 in a row. They only win 2, but, it's questionable if that, You can do that in basketball, football, if you got a team, the Cowboys, as they play Monday night, the old Cowboys. It's so hard to win in baseball. This is why every series is celebrated.
It's just wild a lot card, that goes into it. You got to remember that.
I'm not mad at it. The wild card looks the same as the World Series until parade and all that because it's so hard to win. It's 162 games. It is a marathon. You got guys out, guys in. You're bringing up young guys from AAA. Guys are going down, then they're coming back. That was just, yeah. And it's so difficult to win. Turnover there for Cowboys as they were marching down.
It's going to be a bad night at the office, it looks like.
Yeah, one of those. Looks like one of those for them. But this is why, to me, I say I understand why people are considered the dynasty for them. Because here's the other thing. They have 5 pennant titles since 2017.
Yeah, but that's not.
Well, hold on. I'm just saying. They went to the World Series in 2017, lost to the Astros. We all know what happened there. The Trastros, a lot of cheating going on. So I think that benefited them. People feel like they got cheated in that one. They go the very next year, they lose to Mookie Betts in the Red Sox. They would get Mookie 2 years later. But that, to me, going to the World Series 5 times since 2017 and winning 3, that's why you get the dynasty. Because they've won 3 and have gone to 5, Rob. That is insane, and that's why you
lost 2.
Yes, they lost 2, and 1 was controversial in the cheating.
But they lost 2.
They did, but they won 3 and 5.
When you've lost two championships?
3 in 5 years, 3 and 5 appearances since 2017 is to me, and the expectations. I don't know. I didn't look at it, and Martin might know. I would imagine they're the odds-on favorite right now. Rob G said thumbs up without even looking. What I'm saying is the expectation is for them to win again, which would let's just say 4.
Yeah, if you believe
and you also mentioned, look how hard it is. Back-to-back.
But that's what makes you a dynasty. And here's the thing. My point about the San Francisco Giants, who couldn't even make the playoffs after they won a championship. So under your standards, they would be a dynasty, right?
No, because they didn't make the postseason.
But they won 3 in 5 years.
But they got at least. But you can't not make the postseason. The Dodgers have made the postseason 13, 14 years in a row.
But they won more than the Dodgers during the same stretch you're talking about.
No, they both got 3.
Right? Yeah, but the difference is the Dodgers.
Dodgers
won in 2020. Then they did 21, 22. 23, that's 3 years.
Right.
And now 24, 25, okay?
What I'm saying is every single one of those years, the Dodgers were in the postseason, and they went to the World Series twice.
But you got to say the Dodgers is 6 seasons. It's not 5 years. It's
6 seasons. Right.
Okay,
that's
so
fine.
3 and 6 seasons, and it's still not dynasty.
And don't forget the other 2 World Series appearances. No. That is dynastic. And I can agree.
That was before that.
I'm saying especially in baseball, and the key part is something you mentioned. Back-to-back is basically an impossibility in MLB. It hadn't happened in the NL in 50 years. So to me, for them to then turn around and do that is huge. They actually did what hasn't happened in almost 50 years. And it hasn't happened in 25 in MLB, but 50 almost in the NL. So to me, to win 3 in 6 seasons, go to 5 in 8, 9 seasons, that is impressive.
It's not a dynasty. As impressive as it is, it's the same thing I talk about the Spurs. The Spurs never won back-to-back.
But the Dodgers now have.
As good as they are. No, they're on there. They need one more.
No, they went back-to-back, not triple. I'm saying they went back-to-back now.
I'm talking about winning. The Spurs never won back-to-back.
Right. They just like odd years. 03, 05, 07.
That's what I'm saying.
They were doing a Giants thing.
To me, a dynasty, a true dynasty. When the Cowboys won their 3 Super Bowls, it was 3 out of 4 years. Yeah. They won 2. They won 3 out of 4. That to me is when you are a dynasty. When the Lakers won the 3 straight with Kobe and Shaq, that's a dynasty. 3 straight. When Michael Jordan and them won 3 straight, twice. Yep. That's a dynasty. Nobody else can breathe, can win, can get a taste of it. And the Yankees won 3 in a row and 4 out of 5. And that 1997, they probably could have won that. They win again in 2001, lost that World Series. Well, up in 2003 to the Red Sox, 3-0 to go to another World Series. They didn't win that. They got knocked out there. I mean, they had a run, but the only ones that matter are those 4 out of 5 that they won to me.
And I totally agree with you if this were other sports. The difference I have in baseball is how hard it is to just win in general. If you fell for Mars, you would have thought the Chicago Cubs were one of the best teams in baseball and won all the time of the Red Sox. You didn't realize winning, they sell out. They're huge. They're always game of the week. They're the big thing. The Cubs ain't winning 100 years. 100 years. If all of a sudden an NBA team or NFL team, if it didn't win in 100 years, that would be like ridiculous. It would be like the biggest thing.
It would be like the Lions not winning a Super Bowl in the history of the NFL.
Well, they haven't won a Super Bowl.
Oh,
they didn't win a championship, but not a Super Bowl.
Right.
Don't disrespect them.
I said Super Bowl.
I know. You're right. I'm just saying make sure you put some respect on that 1950 whatever championship.
1957.
57. So that's my thing is that in baseball, this is about as dynastic as you're going to get. The Yankees were the exception.
Yankees are the standard.
They were the anomaly.
No, that's the standard. Is what you.
No, they're the anomaly. This don't happen in what they did doesn't happen.
But you got to win at least 3 to be a dynasty. Even 2 is as great as 2
I'm
is.
giving you the Dodgers have won 3 in 6 seasons.
No, that ain't enough.
In baseball, that is enough.
No, it ain't.
Baseball, that's a whole lot. 3 and 6. And you went to 2 other ones. And if you didn't get cheated, you might have had 4 in 7 years. If you didn't get cheated by the Astros, Jose Altuve still ain't took his shirt off. Going swimming with his shirt on.
All right, 877-99 on Fox is our telephone number, 877-996-6369. Are the Dodgers a dynasty? Kelvin says yes, they are already. The 2 in a row and 3 in 6 seasons is a dynasty. I say no way, no how is that the case. 3 in a row or 4 out of 5 or 3 in 4 years like the Cowboys when they were a true dynasty. That to me, when you're winning at that clip, not getting to the finals or the championship, but actually
it's the
winning.
Sport for me, Rob.
I'm
with you. I hear you.
It's about
baseball.
winning the championship, not winning, not going to the championship or whatever. It's about winning. Where are you? 877-99 on Fox. The Dodgers. Kelvin said they've punched their ticket. They're a dynasty. They're a dynasty. I'm saying no way, no how.
We're going to be right here next year. You know that, right?
It is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
Unless you're like Rob and you like moving the goalposts in the U.S. of A.
The GM, fine. Chris Greer had a good run, a 10-year, 10 seasons.
He was there for what, since 2016? And Stephen Ross had been
for 20 years.
Yeah, had been very loyal to the guy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You had a good run, and we know all good things must come to an end. Specifically, I'm going to wave that to the side, and I'm going to say Mike McDaniels. And I talked about this at the beginning of the season with you. It's just time for him to go. And it's not as if he reminds me of a Josh McDaniels. Maybe he'll get another head coaching job, but maybe ultimately as well, he's just made to be a really good offensive coordinator somewhere, and that's just where he's great, and that's where he thrives. Couple of reasons why I say this, Rob. Not every season is going to be great. We know that. That's just football. That's just any sport. But a few things cannot be happening to me if I'm a general manager or an owner of a team, in this case, watching my team. You can't be an offensive guru, and our offense is terrible. That's number one. You can't be this young offensive brilliant mind, and our offense stinks. That can't happen, because at least that could be your saving grace. Because you also can't lose the locker room. And the locker room has been bad, toxic, all the reports coming out. We're hearing this, we're hearing that. Guys don't like it. Guys aren't showing up to meetings. Guys are just leaving meetings. Star players are doing this as well, not like some randos. The big-time names are leaving. This is why they shipped Jalen Ramsey out of there. And then you're beefing with the quarterback who I've given the whole entire Brinks truck to, so I can't just get rid of him because he's been poo-poo as well. I wish I could, but it'll be too difficult right now. I'd have to figure out a way. So you and the quarterback are beefing. Y'all feuding. The locker room's great. And what's happening on the field is bad as well. So at what point, Rob, do I have something to hang my hat on with you? We're not scoring. We look awful on the field. You and the quarterback don't get along. The locker room's broken. Where do I and you haven't been successful winning. They haven't won games. They're 2-7, 2 and whatever right now, 2-5, and they're 0-2 in the postseason under him. So
yeah, but they have made the postseason. You're acting like they haven't even made. They made the postseason.
Well, let me tell you something about that.
I'm just saying that.
This team hadn't won a postseason game since 26 years, the longest drought in the NFL, and they only been to the postseason 4 times in 23 years. Even the Lions can laugh at that.
Blame Don Shula, the late great. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But dang it, Don Shula rolling around his grave with you right now. So while I'm saying I believe he'll get a second chance somewhere at some point. He's only 42 years old. But right now, it's just time to move on. It's time to blow the whole thing up and find out what your next thing is, because it looks awful. Tua's regressed. The offense regressed. That's where they're supposed to hang their hat, and that's not the case. Nobody believes in him. The locker room's broken. Your leaders are leaving the team. Your leaders are broke. Tyreek Hill is a terrible situation. Ramsey, now Tua. I think it's just he may last a year. He won't make next year. I don't see that happening.
I don't have a problem with the idea of keeping the coach till the end of the year. And I'm going to say this. I agree it's time to make a move, but there's so much that goes into it with coaching. And here's the other scary part, and I do get it. Sometimes when you put an interim in, players, right, you win a couple of meaningless games, the season's over, players. We saw this in where? We saw this in Oakland, didn't we? I mean, in Las Vegas. The players rallied around Antonio Pierce. We want Antonio Pierce to be the guy. And what happened? Ownership, they cave in because they brought in an interim, right? They won a few games. They related to him. And did that work out with Antonio Pierce? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
whereas I would rather let him finish out the string. We don't have to go change and hire all new coaches or do all this kind of crazy enough and change everything. And then we'll do a real search, go find us a coach and whatever. The GM part, I understand why they want to part ways now. There's work to be done. We need guys to get ready to pick players for next year and the draft and all that. And that's why I understand let's get him out of here. We don't want him picking any more players for us. We don't like the roster that we have. So we want to start on that, because before the next season comes around, the draft will be here faster. Do you know what I mean?
I do, but the only thing I'll throw that makes it strange, Rob, is that they got 4 days till the trade deadline. So they could have waited 5-6 days.
No, they don't want him. They don't want him to have anything to do with personnel, and that's why. I'm just saying.
That's right, 877-99 on Fox. Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Magic City Monday. If you get a new job, can be much easier with Express Employment Professional. Let me tell them about Express. With Express, you're going to have local connection to the job market. Get started at expresspros.com to find a location near you. That is www.expresspros.com. And now it's time for the Express Pro of the Week. The Pro of the Week goes to Dodger pitcher Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He became the first pitcher to ever win 3 games on the road in a single World Series en route to being named World Series MVP. So again, congrats to Yoshinobu Yamamoto for being our Express Pro of the week. And also check out the YouTube for now. We're simulcasting if you can check it out. Always love to hear from you in the comments section, the YouTubians, the Odd Mob. Search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. You can see our ugly mugs right now. All right, who we got? We're talking about I believe the Dodgers are a dynasty, especially in baseball. Rob says no. What say you?
Of course, the first guy is the biggest L.A. homer going.
Who that?
Kevin in Culver City.
Tell him, Kevin.
Who still owes me
Kevin.
wings because he told me the Lakers were going to win the championship last year. But
Don't tell him that,
he's disappeared on that bet. Kevin, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Kev?
God is good.
All the time.
Hey, get him, Kelvin. Remember, you got to get him to sing "I Love L.A." You sang that old Canada song, and you vilified it. You said we're going to lose. This is definitely a dynasty, and we earned it. Miggy Rojas getting one of the most clutch home runs in World Series
Nobody
history
even knew who
with
that
2
guy
outs.
was, and all of a sudden, Miggy Rojas. You didn't even know he was on the team.
It's a clutch hit. It's a Robert Horry clutch moment. And look, if the Yankees are a dynasty, they're the last team to win back-to-back championships. We won back-to-back
The Yankees won 3. They won 3, not 2. They won 98, 99, and 2000.
2020, that's 3 titles.
Yeah, but there was a 3-year window between championships. It's not a dynasty.
We're running baseball. We got Snellzilla. Yoshi Yamamoto is going back-to-back.
I got you.
9-inning
Yamamoto.
And, yeah, Yamamoto. And another thing, too. Mary, please, play some Kendrick Lamar, Dodger Blue for this guy to bask in his championship.
All right, thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, tell him, Kev.
Where my wings,
Tell him,
Kev? The Dodgers going to go to the chair. Who's in their way?
The Lakers, you meant.
I mean, the Lakers going all the way. Who's in their way? All you need is, right, LeBron and Luka.
I didn't say that. Who next?
Jabari in Michigan. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jabari?
What's up? How y'all doing?
Good. What up, man?
I'm doing good. Now, right now. I was wondering.
Wait a minute,
your phone is
we
breaking up,
lost you.
Jabari.
All right.
We lost you, man.
Andre,
that Boost Mobile.
Andre in Massachusetts. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
How you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, good question here, but I have to say, Rob, even though it's 2 rather than 3 championships, the Dodgers are most definitely a dynasty, even though they were on the ropes and one power punch away from being knocked out. And it seemed that the Blue Jays that was just a
They
conversion.
choked. Dre, come on, man. You know sports, Dre.
Dre, no, they ain't
Dre,
choked.
they didn't choke the Blue Jays?
No, they ain't choked.
Rob, there were some calls there. That play at home, it looked like, I mean, that was so close in terms of the runner getting in versus the catcher being there, and then of course the play in the outfield where folks collided. It was just a classic game, one for the ages. Even though the Dodgers squeaked in with that championship, and it could have well gone to the Blue Jays, and it would have been, really, baseball would have been happy. Nothing.
It would have been $1 billion flop had they not won. Are you kidding me? They spent $1 billion to barely squeak by, barely win. It would have been Waterworld with Sting. Who was in that movie? No, Kevin Costner.
What a Sting!
I don't know.
What a Sting over here screaming, Roxanne. What is you talking about?
I went to the
Roxanne.
I actually went to the theater to watch that, and it was awful.
Waterworld?
Yes,
Yeah.
I went to the theater to see that. Awful.
But that's why I get. Sometimes Hollywood has to just say no. It's okay to say
But
no.
when they watched it, they knew that wasn't any good. But
Like,
they
who-
had put all the money
Who
into
asked
it.
for Paul Blart Mall Cop 8 or whatever we're on right now? Who was
All
like, you would. Rob G, you would. Rob G, listen. We bonded when we start talking hoops. We bond over family stuff and movies. All that. I'm not in with you.
Y'all just
Like, if we ever just like has to have movie night, I'm gonna be like, nah. Like, put on Disney for the girls.
Now, the way I look at you two are just two guys that have 5 daughters. That's how I look at you guys.
That's how we look.
That's it.
That's it.
That's what y'all got in common. 5 daughters between y'all. That's it.
Was y'all not cool? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm
you
just
don't mess with Rob G no
I'm
more?
just saying. Me and Rob G, nah. You saw what he did to me on Twitter. He embarrassed me.
At least you got Alex.
He
Ms.
embarrassed
Mary Mack is neutral.
Rob, I didn't even say your name. All it said was
I knew
Elijah
it was me.
HRU. That's all I said.
All right,
hit dogaholic.
who's this guy? Shay in Calabasas?
Yeah, let's see what Shay and Calabasas is talking about.
Hey guys, long time listener, first time caller. How you doing?
What's up, Shay? We're good, man.
Shay, how dare you call in here after that? You know with 1 out in the 9th inning and Rojas up, your shorts were brown. You were scared to death.
Rob Parker. How quiet was it in Toronto that night? All I want to say is, yes, of course it's a dynasty, Rob. Let me get my moment real quick.
Go, Shay.
We can't compare to baseball when it comes to the we can't compare it to the NBA. We can't compare it to football because we never do. When it comes to the Hall of Fame, we don't compare it. So right now, we're not comparing it. When you think about what they've done the past 11 times in the postseason, 11 seasons, Rob, and then it comes to fruition in 2020. That's 1. And then again in 2024, that's 2, Rob. And then again in 2025, back to back, Rob. That's 3. We're talking baseball. There's only been a couple of dynasties. The Yankees, the Reds, and now it's the Dodgers, Rob. Stop being a hater and just open your eyes.
Okay, Shay. Boy, if you'd only did that in the hot seat,
Unbelievable.
you might have did something that day.
Shay's the biggest Dodger slappy. I don't know. Is it Bo Benson? Is it Ryan Bershinger? Right,
Yeah.
like that. We got Monty who works for the Dodgers too. I mean, we're covered by Dodger fans here, and then you have the nerve. To
I
wear
just
that,
was
To wear
cold.
that ugly.
I was cold.
Rob G, that ugly ass white Dodger pullover.
Hey, man, just go
We
ahead, bro.
are a neutral station.
Yeah, man, we are neutral, man. Listen,
Yeah,
I'm
right.
a Tigers fan first. I just happen to
I
have
didn't
a
even know
pullover.
this was a radio net. I thought this was AM 570 in LA.
You know what this is? This is Truth Tellers, Rob, and it's okay for you.
All right, hey Shay.
Thank you, Shay. Appreciate you,
Yes,
Shay.
thank you, buddy.
Hey, Shay. Shay, go find me that.
Shay,
you said
Shay.
you got a good Jamaican food spot out there. Go find me that. Bring me some of that Jamaican food.
Well,
you
I
talking about.
owe Shay a piece of cheesecake.
Oh yeah.
I'm ready for my cheesecake, baby.
All right, and you know what? If it has a little hair on it, don't just ignore
Hey,
it.
yo. Shay, you might want to just get the money for the cheesecake and then get the cheese because I don't know. You might have to buy it yourself, Shay.
All right, Shay.
Go Dodgers, baby. Love you guys. Have a good one.
No doubt.
I
Oh,
knew you
man.
was going to call.
You
Oh,
knew he was-
God. Because, I had bet him before. He had the Dodgers in 5,
Yeah.
so he had to give me $25.
Were you
on
at
my-
home when they won? Were you out or were you at
I
home?
was at home.
How miserable were you? Be honest.
Just a miserable night. Just miserable.
Because you would.
It was like
you was tearing us up.
Right on the counter. I had the baby oil and the cigarettes, and then I was like, okay,
He had the photos saved in drafts. He was ready to go.
Ready.
He was like, we're right there. And then Rojas hits a home run, and Rob
You know what I
lost
had
it.
in there? You know what I had in there? It's so quiet
in L.A.
that you could hear a mouse urinate on a $1.2 billion check that the Dodgers spent on this
Elite
team.
draft. You know, he's so petty, Rob G. He gonna save that draft for next year.
Yeah,
when
that's
it's the
right.
same thing.
Save it
So
in
he
there,
can be like,
Rob.
ooh, I know I get to use it at some
He
point.
wasn't wrong. He was just early.
Were your lights off? Like, how dark did it get
It
for
was
you?
dark.
I texted him.
I know.
Game 6 and Game 7.
Did you?
Yes, you did. And I just was like,
Rob G, I sat next to this man an entire baseball run that every time something would happen, he was mad at the other team, never praising the Dodgers. How do you throw that nut at home? Why wouldn't you go to first? Why wouldn't you go to third?
No, with the
How
plays,
did you make
Rob
that
G,
catch?
you know what
How
plays
did you-
I'm talking about. When the play is to first base, right, to extend the
Every
game.
This is bad baseball. What we're watching right here.
Every series, you was mad at the other. You were mad at the other team, not saying, "All right, good play there, Dodgers."
No, you know what, Dub? I would give Rob a ton of credit for one thing. Like everybody who listens to this show, I was waiting to say something stupid to Rob as soon as the Dodgers won. But I'm gonna give him 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
By the time I opened up my phone to say something, I was on Twitter. The spin cycle was already
Oh, the spin. The
on
Blue
full
Jays
like,
is
oh
so
my
quiet
God, like
in
he was
Toronto.
quick. He didn't let himself wallow in
No.
it for too long. He
No.
was ready to go with something
Well,
to say.
because people are like, are you going to be there on Monday? I'm like, I never, in the history of this show, don't I always show up? Always. I'm not that guy. I'm not going to be on the radio talking and then come Monday or whatever it is after a big game.
Right.
He's gonna show up. You know what? I don't want to talk about the Dodgers. That was 2 days ago. I want to talk about the Buffalo Bills' big win.
No, I didn't say that. Come on now. That is not true.
He was like, "Yeah."
No, I want to. We didn't even talk Lions today.
We did.
I mean,
we talked. Yeah, shout out to whoever said that in the YouTubians.
No, we'll talk about
We'll
the
get to
Lions.
the Lions.
The YouTubians are
The
threatening Kelvin's
Yeah,
life.
they were like,
you ain't gonna run from this conversation about the Lions, Dub.
Oh, I know.
They're gonna be sitting in the parking lot waiting for me.
All right, we should also. You got any odd mob stuff or
You'll
anything?
do that right
After
away. Let's go to
Martin.
Martin.
We'll get to it after trending.
Yeah, all right. Martin Weiss right now. What's trending?
Jacoby Brissett is what's trending.
Yeah, he looked good. He's the greatest backup of the last decade. Like, you always go, maybe he should start. And they go, nah, never mind.
I was having that conversation with somebody who was a scout for the Indianapolis Colts 8 years ago. Maybe Jacoby Brissett's just like to the point. He's still in the league.
He's just one of those Tyrod Taylor.
Some guys aren't. When you put him in to be a starter, then you know what I mean. He has to play every week. Doesn't work out.
Fitzpatrick, Josh McCown. There's like
Fitzpatrick
10,
is the best one because he always turned into a pumpkin.
Yep. 10 guys, 7, 8 guys, I should say, over the last, 10, 15 years are like, you good right there as a backup.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you this. If you are a backup or a third string or anything, the Cowboys' defense is the get-right package.
You ain't like
1 minute
wrong,
left
you're
in
right.
this first half right now, 17-7. The Arizona Cardinals have the lead over the Dallas Cowboys. Jacoby Brissett, 15 for 22, 1 touchdown. That touchdown to Marvin Harrison Jr., who's got 6 catches for 80 yards in the first half. After that ESPN article came out, said his dad couldn't even watch his games. Come on, Dad. He's got 6 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
I was shocked to see that was his career high. I thought he might, 8, 9, just because 6 is.
6?
That's what I'm saying. I was shocked to see it. I thought it would be more.
Career high in the first half? No?
I thought it was just saying career
No,
high.
I think it probably is his overall career. Yikes.
Like
to the
Marvin
point,
Harrison Jr.?
To the point of what we saw earlier today in that article. Dak Prescott 6 for 12, 63 yards through the air. Javonte Williams leading the Cowboys in rushing with 42 yards. In the NBA, Rob, your bet looking okay right now. 116-97. The Timberwolves over the Nets. Nets still looking for their first win on the year. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth. Just under 90 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Bucks and the Pacers. Pacers only have won 1 game so far this year, but 114-112. The Bucks in the lead there. Giannis with 31 and 13. Pascal Siakam with 31 and 8 assists, 3 steals. The Jazz lead the Celtics 83-75 with just under 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Same time for the Wizards and the Knicks. The Knicks with an 18-point lead, 98-80. Mavericks and the Rockets 62-60. Dallas in the lead. Cooper Flag and the Mavericks team looking for their first road win. PJ Washington leads them with 18 points. Ahmed Thompson leads the Rockets with 20. And with the 30 seconds left in Monday Night Football in the first half, Dak Prescott throws an incomplete pass on first down, 17-7, Arizona in the lead. Back to you guys.
You went back to when you said the NBA. I like Amin Thompson, man. Watching them now, we got one of the TVs at the Rockets.
The Thompson twins are a problem.
Yes. Especially,
Only problem is the real Thompson twins. How many people were in the Thompson twins? Do you know?
Well, twins would ensue 2, but I'm gonna go 4.
3.
3?
Did you know that? The group, the Thompson twins, had 3 people in it.
That's confusing.
That was really good. I like that.
Did they gain one later?
Because it was just a name. It was just the name of the group.
But I meant to tell you this earlier, Rob. I forgot. That's the Argentinian national soccer team.
Is that right? You know what I call it?
Oh, yeah.
I call it on sale at Ross, and I couldn't help but buy it. I have no idea.
You know how many people probably think how cool you are? Oh, I didn't know you were into soccer football,
right.
man.
Oh, you like the football,
You
eh?
like the football.
I'm sorry. No, I like the idea of buying a $90 Adidas jacket for $21.99. That's what I like.
That's a good one. That's fly.
It's nice.
That's
right?
nice fly.
And the collar I love.
Yeah. You like my collar too? Goes up high.
No,
too?
I don't like your. I don't like anything you have on today. The only thing I like today about you is that you brought in chocolate chip cookies. That's it.
That's it.
All right.
Oh shoot.
We did want to.
Comments in the
odd mob. Rob
Yeah.
G. Anything?
And the odd mob, the YouTubians in full effect. Shout out
They're
to
not
Sean in
ripping me, I
Sacramento,
hope.
the unofficial mayor
Yes.
of
Yeah.
the odd mob.
Might be official.
Let me
at this
just
point.
read some of these. There's some I can't read for obvious reasons, but they're really funny. Rob, if you get time, just check it out later.
What are they directed at me?
Yes, they are. But I asked Elijah
I
if we
thought
could
they
read
loved
them.
me.
He said FCC said no. But some of the comments. Boss Enjoyer says Rob better learn karate. It's a little racial undertone
that's
there.
racial.
Wet Willie says Rob will always say stupid crap. His takes are always bad. His predictions never on point. He just hates Asian players as much as black quarterbacks.
What is?
Oh God! Stop
Is
it.
that the new black quarterback?
Lanny Chanel says
shoot.
old dude talking about Rob for show cried and turned the TV off when the Dodgers won. much
Sat
as
there
he
in the dark.
Hoops24 says the odd couple going down in flames just like MLB bro.
Oh wow!
That's also racist.
That is
And
racist.
then I had to
It is
give
racist.
Jarvis some credit because we mentioned that earlier. Calvin, talk about that smackdown the Vikings brought on your Lions. Don't run from that conversation. I peeped you out. That's
Jarvis,
what you be doing.
We gonna get to that. Jarvis, I actually might be on your side with that. Rob G, no. Yeah. Shout out to the Odd Mob and the YouTubians. We appreciate y'all
How
as
did the
always,
Pacers
even when they come
tied
to us.
that game?
It's been a back. Yeah, somehow they got back within it in the fourth quarter. I kind of kept an eye on it.
You know what? This is every time you think you look at it, 5.5. Oh yeah, they'll cover that, right? Then one.
What do you tell me? And by the way, I was in Vegas.
Remember that?
And I seen towers getting built. So,
But we talk about it all the time. Like we look at games. I'm telling you, everybody on that Steelers Colts game. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Number one offense against the worst defense. This
They
gonna
have
be,
been struggling, and
yes.
I thought the Colts. I've been on.
That's one
by
you
the way,
lost?
Struggle. No. The struggle bus. I'm the driver.
What
of
was the
struggle
other one?
bus.
You lost that one. You lost the Chiefs one.
Chiefs.
And another. You lost
We
at
didn't
least
do the
3.
Lions. No. I went 1-4.
Yeah, you had a bad week. I think I went 4-1 again 2 weeks.
You
in
went
a row.
3-2. 3-2.
And what did he do?
1-4.
I'm going to let you know, Rob. It was really bad.
Yeah.
0-5.
You went 0-5 over the last 2 weeks.
Listen to this.
1-9.
Wow, I'm in my head now,
You
right?
are
You're
ahead.
ahead by 4.
Yeah.
Rob's barely over 500.
Mary,
He's running
cue the,
away with
hello,
this thing.
darkness, my old friend.
I'm just. This is it. Remember that when you're listening to Kelvin's NFL takes. Okay, remember that. 0-5.
Yeah, that was awful.
You were too busy.
You know
worried
you
about,
could flip a coin and do better than
I
1-9.
Ooh, Rob G, I almost said something back in real
See?
childish back in the 80s.
See, Rob G trying to get back in my good graces now because now he's ripping on you.
Man, I couldn't even. I have no
No,
rebuttal.
Dub deserved it. He's been talking crap about my movie reviews.
No, your movie reviews is trash. Your movie reviews is about as bad as my NFL picks right now.
Look, just because my screensaver is me photoshopped into the logo
I
of
like
Las
that.
Vegas does not mean I have bad movie choices.
All the old men in Las Vegas didn't like Las Vegas.
The guys who made Las Vegas.
They're like,
didn't
this
Las
was
Vegas.
trash. What we doing? That's like my picks. You know what I'm going to do this week? Whatever my initial thought is, I'm going to go the opposite way. If I'm about to say, whoever, I'm going the opposite way. The only one that I knew was when I said the Broncos, and I was like, let me go Texans. I should have stuck with the Broncos. By the way, Broncos in that list of teams, are they good or not? My gosh, Bo Nix doesn't run a few times in that last drive, and they were able to kick that field goal to win it. This is me right now.
You try to rationalize this thought by talking about the Broncos.
I know.
Just
No, it's trash. 1-9 is crazy.
0-5. Rob,
No,
you're right.
1-9 is
you could
worse.
Just flip a coin, and you would probably be 5-5.
1-9 is worse than 0-5 because 0-5 can happen, then you can go 5-0 the next week. 1-9 in 2 weeks is trizash, like glad bag trash. That's my new nickname the rest of the week until my picks are back. I'm
and
glad
you had
bag.
a lead, like a comfortable lead over the
Mind
first
your
month.
business. Nobody asked you.
Those days
okay,
are
nobody
over.
asked you, Rob G.
I'm on.
Stay focused.
I'm steamrolling forward. I'm rolling. I
You
thought
know
it was
what?
3-2. I thought it was 4-1 to be honest. I don't know what the other game was.
In other words, he was saying check your scores.
I mean,
Rob
this
G.
is what Shea sent me, so he might have took a loss from you on purpose because
That
the
is Shea.
Dodgers.
Well, Shea should have gave me some more. Oh, did they just win the game? The Bucks?
They might have, but they didn't cover.
No, they didn't cover. That's all you care about.
That's all. Rob's all
That's
pissed.
all I care about.
I don't
You think I cared that they wanted the buzzer?
All the Bucks excited they won the game at the buzzer. Giannis with a buzzer beater.
I'm like, okay, but
Rob, well, you didn't cover. You didn't.
Giannis grabbing his.
Oh, you know what?
Do an ED commercial.
Did you see that?
He'll be fine.
He should be fine.
He's telling you shush right now. Don't snitch.
No.
Give him an ED commercial.
Look at this. 2 thumbs down.
Thumbs down to the away crowd. I love it.
And he grabbed himself.
He did.
He did.
What's the name of your dude that just do an ED commercial for him? That's all he was doing. He might be sponsored by that.
Big fan of Rugiet.
Big Rugiet. He was like, when I'm making a shot, I use Rugiet.
Rugiet.
No, but
you
that's
know
how
what
he
was
was
great
saying.
about that whole situation before hits the game winner? Rob has multiple high-viewed videos on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
The NBA's got a gambling problem. Adam Silver should be fired. Get rid of the prop bets. Then the Bucks make this great.
I'm like,
play.
game winner,
They
buzzer
win, but they
beater.
didn't cover.
They didn't cover for me.
Shout out Terry Rozier, baby.
Man, you acting like you need some Rugiet right now.
I do need some Rugiet. In fact, I'll take 2.
Oh, my gosh. All right, we got last call on the way. 877-99
That
on
sounds
Fox.
sexy, though, doesn't it?
What?
Rugiet?
Well, I like the way Giannis would say it. Rugiet.
I don't know.
Yeah. Is that how you say it to her? Yeah, girl, come through. Oh, you really? Yeah, and I got
No,
the
foreign is boring to him.
I got the
I got the Rugiet.
I got the Rugies on deck.
That's right. Come on.
Rob
Ooh.
only messes with women who drive Honda Civics.
Nah, Buicks.
No, he likes young girls.
Yeah, no,
That's
he
right.
likes
What
to
are you
have
talking
the.
about?
He
like
likes
the
the
Nissan
license
girls.
plate that say what college they go to.
That's
on the
right.
back.
Or she could ride her bike over.
Hold on, what time the city bus? Let me
Rob,
see. Let me
caution.
take my Rob, caution. 877-99 on. I know that. Hey,
all
Raji.
right.
Hey, that boy be sweating in them classes. That boy be.
Stop it. All right.
That's why you like Canada so much? You like Drake, huh?
That boy be in there sweating. Today's lesson is. Hit us up. Last call, Fox Sports Radio.
I'm saying it was the greatest choke in the history of the World Series. When you give up a home run to a ninth place hitter who's had one hit in the previous month, you pitch from behind, you throw the ball over the plate, right? And he hits it out to tie the game with Ohtani on deck. Like, you could not ask for a more nightmarish ending to not winning a World Series when you have to get him out, you attack him, you throw fastballs, they throw like a slider or whatever, and you lose on that pitch. You don't lose on your second best pitch. And then the Blue Jays, we were here. We talked 7th, 8th. They had runners on second with nobody out, couldn't bring them in, and finally, in the 9th inning, a man on third with one out, couldn't bring them in, and then they end the game on a double play to lose the world. I mean, they left 66 men on base in Game 7. They left 14 on base, 8 in scoring position. It was a choke job.
No, it wasn't. Stop it. You don't even believe it. You didn't even say it with conviction. That wasn't even Rob Parker. Who was that? That wasn't Rob Parker. You don't believe that. Let me tell you so many ways this wasn't a choke job. Number one, in fact, the Dodgers had to go out there, scrap, and win every single one of the games they won, including the 2 games they won in Game 3, which was a 2-gamer, doubleheader. They had to go out there and make the plays. Freddie Freeman had to hit a clutch home run and win that. Somebody had to do it. The Blue Jays had several opportunities to do it. Other Dodger players had opportunities to do it too. You had Freddie Freeman do it. Then, you know who I want to give some credit to? Give me your cookie back. I'm giving it to Dave Roberts because Dave Roberts has been maligned, much maligned, has taken so much criticism, and every single thing he did the last couple games worked. We set up here on that Friday. They move Mookie down. Who gets a couple of RBIs? Mookie. You start talking about move Andy Paez. We talked about it again on Friday. Been struggling. What are you going to do? You move him out. Miggy comes in. He hits the home run. Andy Paez comes back in the game defensively, makes one of the greatest clutch catches you've ever seen.
What was so great about it?
Because if
he
that
didn't leave his feet or dive for the ball, all he did was outstretch the other guy.
All he did was collide in front of his players under a pressure moment.
On, man.
And he hadn't been playing.
He was above
the guy.
Did they crash into each other?
Because the other dude ducked. He like, oh, shoot. And he ducked.
It was because of what the situation it was. It wasn't the catch. He didn't jump over the fence.
Right, exactly. A pressurized game. If you drop that, it's a wrap. Game's over.
He's a major league outfielder.
Miggy Rojas hits the home run. Then he makes the play to get out Will Smith, who, by the way, is quietly, just people forgetting about him. He has his foot on base, gets him out. Then he hits the game-winning home run that nobody even talked about because of Rojas' game-tying one.
Well, because nobody could believe that you could allow a ninth-place hitter with 1 out in the ninth when you're 2 out from winning the World Series for a guy who had 1 hit in the previous month. You could get a hit. You can't give up a home run in that spot. But
why is that? Why is that on the pitching, not on Rojas for making a great play?
No,
and that's what the Dodgers did the whole entire season.
Here's the problem. The last 2 games in Toronto both ended on double plays where a ball goes to left field and the guy on second base runs off the base and gets doubled up on a ball that wasn't going to drop.
And
that was a mistake.
I'm glad you brought that up. You know what happens?
That was a mistake.
You know what happens when teams play the Chiefs in the postseason, when they played the Patriots, when they played the Warriors. When you play champions, they see when you played the Spurs all those years, they seem to find a way to panic, to not be themselves, to freak out, to lose sight of what they're doing.
Look at
happens
the numbers.
all the time.
What did the Dodgers bat in this World Series?
206, I believe it was. 203.
Okay? Left 55 guys on base. Even Shohei, as much as people wanted to crown him, what did he do? He gave up 7 earned runs in his 2 starts in the World Series, 7 earned runs in 12 innings. Not stellar, 4.43 ERA, which isn't great. I'm just saying, none of your guys, Mookie had 3 hits in the World Series.
And what do I keep telling you?
With Freddie, no power, had 1 home run. All I'm saying to you is it was lucky. There
was nothing luck about that.
That parade
you
today.
You can't be the lucky team who dominates.
You can.
You can't be the lucky team that sweeps the best team in baseball, the Milwaukee Brewers, who beats the Phillies. The Phillies were the odds on to win the World Series when we came into this thing.
That has nothing to do with anything.
And you beat them. You sweep the Milwaukee Brewers, the best team in baseball, and then you go up against a great team in the Blue Jays, and it takes you to an amazing great 7. And why can't it just be that it was a great World Series, period? Why has it got to be that they choked it away?
All I'm going to say to you is today's parade should have been at the North Pole because that was a Christmas gift from the Blue Jays.
Man, they went out there and stole that thing time and time again.
Gift wrap.
The Blue Jays could have won Game 3.
A gift wrap.
The longest game ever. Did they? No. Radio, Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. Aches and pains can sneak in during the holiday hustle and bustle. Aleve can help you forget the pain and make happy memories instead with just one pill. Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body pain relief so you can keep it moving. Please use as directed. And also, for over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive, shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection. With convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Are you a Blue Jay or a Dodger right now? Well, turn your mic on.
I just left a runner on base, so I'm a Blue Jay.
You 3 for 17?
3 for 17 in a game 7.
The Dodgers weren't great either. And throughout the day, that was been their issues, leaving them running stranded. All right, let's get to this last call. Who we got?
Last call. I don't know.
MJ in New Orleans.
MJ, you are the last call here on The Odd Couple. What's up, MJ?
Appreciate it. Shout out to Rob G and the Caramel Beignet brothers.
Caramel Beignet
Very nice.
Brothers. Let's go for some
Professor Houshmandzadeh Parker Sr. died on that hill to protect his pick. Still, his World Series pick was fugazi like Shekel City. Don't you dare scapegoat Drake's hometown squad. Dave Rogers made the proper Game 6 adjustments, and contrary to you criticizing and questioning him making chess moves. Sports has a short menu, and the Dodgers are back-to-back like that Drake song. How ironic. You were wrong. Say it loud, say it proud. Thank you guys for taking the call, man. You have a great
MJ,
show.
the next time I see you in New Orleans, I'm going to smash a beignet in your face. How's that?
He's right. He ain't wrong when he right, Rob. Dave Roberts gets criticized all the time.
And he should have been in those other moves where he made mistakes, okay?
I agree with that.
I mean,
but when he gave him some credit, you did give him a little credit.
He won. I'm not
What
saying.
about the Dodgers as a whole? Can you just give them credit? Can it just been an amazing World Series that baseball fans were all privy to?
I don't know what you want me to say. I really don't.
That they won it, hands down.
They choked.
The Blue Jays did not choke.
Yes, they did.
Every big play was made by what team?
No. It's not just about big plays. It's about the plays that the Blue Jays and the situations that they left on the table. That's all I'm saying. It was bad. This is going to be a bad Cowboys night. Huh?
You can't lose. Y'all got Jacoby Brissett about to get some big time backup money. I mean, my goodness, Jacoby. Yeah, the Cardinals. I mean, the Cowboys. Dude, this. Dak Prescott is looking like the 2025.
No, I thought he was the MVP.
He's Burrow.
Another guy. He's an MVP.
All these stats is going to be pointless.
He ain't going to win no MVP with the team being under 500. Ain't no MVP there.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's this year's Joe Burrow, where the numbers are going to look crazy if you just look simply at the – okay, this is ridiculous. 1 minute. Come on, man. Come on, Cowboys. What was TJ talking about? Have some pride. Man up.
No, I get. Hey, can you imagine all the people paid all that money to sit in
the only touchdown they have is a block punt.
And here we are. How far are we in the third quarter? It's bad.
My goodness. Anyway.
All right. Well, thanks for the chocolate chip cookies.
No problem, man. I told you you're going to be a little salty today. I know you was in the room alone, sad. Hello,
right.
darkness, my old friend.
I wasn't
You was
salty.
nervous when you was about to send out the tweet. You was shaking. You was so mad.
Hello, planters. Can you call me later on tonight?
And I said, let me take care of my guy, even though he has picked the Padres 17 years in a row.
Whatever.
It's Padres Yankee every year for the last 12, 15 years.
I know I'm not picking the Dodgers. There ain't no way they're going to win again. So you know I'm not picking the Dodgers.
I know they ain't won 3 in 6 years, but that's all right. They back-to-back first time in 50 years in the NL, but I ain't picking them again.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?